Mic check, 1, 2, 3, 4, test. Mic check, 1, 2, 3, 4, test. Mic check, 1, 2, 3, 4, test. Good. I turned on the CD, that might have helped. I just turned you on. Yep. Perfect. I put you on at 103, so you'll be going on a couple minutes before. Flying through these. I got 10 minutes to do 21 of these. I like the championship. Yep, maybe there's the one across. In the fourth quarter, and it was more than 3 hours. I think it was 3 hours sitting. Right. But I mean, I don't think that's cool. This time of year, you don't get those kind of thunderstorms. With the amount of stuff I got to read.
It's still cold in here. Uh-oh, Kevin, we're gonna have to turn the heat on.
Yeah, there's no heat in this press box. Therein lies the problem.
The air's running in here.
I can turn it off so that nothing's on. No. Well, I'll turn it off then. Because there is no heat, unfortunately, in this box. It's 46 in the box. Come on. It could be worse. It's like your house is 46. How cold that really is. All right, I turned it off so you have to get cold air going on at least there. Herb, I tried to help you out.
That's all right. I'll be here all day too.
Yeah, thank you.
By the way, I'm probably one of the few people that's actually been on the campus at Berea.
Oh yeah,
That's interesting.
it is. They're
My son played a couple weekend games there because he was in Michigan, and it's a whole lot better in Kentucky than it is in Michigan.
Oh yeah, yeah.
In March, so they always had a weekend when they played.
Parents, please join your sons by the goalpost. Senior day will be in 2 minutes.
Just reading up on that place that's a really cool place.
It is.
You walk around campus and you just know, all the anti-slavery people that went through there.
Oh yeah.
And just the way they handle giving full rights to every kid that walks in the door and all.
It's crazy.
I love it. It's an awesome thing.
Parents, if you've not done so, please make your way to the goalpost. Senior day will begin here in just a moment.
Be shown, reproduced, or redistributed in any way or in any form without prior written permission from Indiana Sports Network.
Welcome to Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology, the U.S. News & World Report's #1 engineering school in the United States that offers a master's as its highest degree for 20 consecutive years. Rose-Hulman, where you come to find yourself. Find yourself through personal growth, through personal development, through study, research, and invention. Rose-Hulman, your home for academic and athletic excellence.
You're watching HCAC Championship Football on the Indiana Sports Network.
Senior Day, we honor 21 members of the Rose-Hulman football team from a group that has secured at least a share of the HCAC Championship and seeks its first trip to the NCAA playoffs today. Today's first senior is Winston Amankwa. Winston has 3 career interception returns for touchdowns, 58 career tackles, 4 interceptions, and 18 pass breakups. He's a mechanical engineering major from Columbus, Ohio, and the son of Frank and Dorothy Amankwa. Ladies and gentlemen, Winston Amankwa. Today's second senior is Jonathan Anstedt, a 4-year defensive lineman for the Fighting Engineers with career totals of 31 tackles, 8 tackles for loss, and 5 sacks. Jonathan is a mechanical engineering major from East Aurora, New York, is the son of Michael and Mary Anstedt. A round of applause for Jonathan Anstedt. Today's third senior is Caleb Brown. Caleb is a 4-year member of the defensive secondary with career totals of 77 tackles, 3 interceptions, and 10 pass breakups. He's a chemical engineering major from Toledo, Ohio, and the son of Chad and Gretchen Brown. Number 15, Caleb Brown. Next senior is Andrew Dion, a second-team All-HCAC in 2018 and 3-time honorable mention All-League selection. He has a career school record with 9,128 passing yards and 88 touchdowns with 2,549 passing yards this year. Andrew is a civil engineering major from San Diego, California, and the son of Pierre and Renee Dion. Ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Dion. Today's fifth senior is Desmond Dunson. Desmond is a 4-year member of the defensive line with career totals of 9 tackles and 3.5 tackles for loss. He's a mechanical engineering major from Conyers, Georgia, and the son of Cedric and Danielle Dunson. Number 32, Desmond Dunson. Our next senior is Tristan Foisey. Tristan is a 4-year member of the secondary and special teams units with career totals of 13 tackles and 2 pass deflections. He's a computer engineering major from Ridgecrest, California, and the son of Tom and Kim Foisey. Ladies and gentlemen, Tristan Foisey. 7th senior is Charlie Hom. Charlie is a 4-year member of the squad at a variety of positions with career totals of 10 tackles, 4 pass deflections, and 1 interception. He's a mechanical engineering major from Firestone, Colorado, and the son of Joel and Rachel Hom. Ladies and gentlemen, Charlie Hom. Our next senior is Sam Hedrick. Sam is a 4-year member of the Rose-Hulman defense with career totals of 35 tackles, 1 interception, and 1 forced fumble. He's a computer engineering major from Brimfield, Illinois, and the son of David and Joyce Hedrick. Number 12, Sam Hedrick. Our next senior, number 76, Thomas Hostetler. A 4th-year member of the offensive line, he has provided depth at multiple positions throughout his career. Thomas is a mechanical engineering major from Zionsville, Indiana, and the son of Bruce and Ray Hostetler. Number 76, Thomas Hostetler. Our next senior is John Ruska. John is a 4-year member of the Rose-Hulman offensive unit with 1 career receptions and 2 tackles as a primary blocking tight end. He's a civil engineering major from Valparaiso, Indiana, and the son of John and Melissa Ruska. Number 23, John Ruska. Our next senior is Jacob Jagger. Jacob is a 4-year member of the Rose-Hulman secondary with career totals of 6 tackles and 1 pass breakup. He's a mechanical engineering major from Seminole, Florida, and the son of Ed and Melissa Jagger. Number 29, Jacob Jagger. Our next senior, number 3, Alonzo Johnson Jr. He's a 4-year running back for the Rose-Hulman offense with career totals of 74 rushes for 288 yards and 1 touchdown. He's a mechanical engineering major from Greenwood, Indiana, and is joined by his parents, Gene and Terry Moore, and Angela and Alonzo Johnson Sr. Number 3, Alonzo Johnson Jr. Next up, number 30, Daniel Morford. Daniel is a 4-year member of the Rose-Hulman defense with career totals of 13 tackles and 1.5 tackles for loss. He's a mechanical engineering major from Decatur, Illinois, and the son of Terry and Guy Morford. Number 30, Daniel Morford. Up next, number 11, Riley Roberts.
Riley has 2 years each on the Rose-Hulman offense and defense. He's first-team All-HCAC and first-team Academic All-District in 2020-21 with career totals of 59 tackles, 5 receptions, 2 sacks, and 266 kick return yards. He's a mechanical engineering major from Greenwood, Indiana, joined today by his parents Ryan Roberts and Troy and Lori Kelsheimer. Number 11, Ryan Roberts. Up next, number 98, Max Sage. Max is a 4-year contributor on the Rose-Hulman special teams and defensive units with career totals of 1 tackle and 1 sack. He's a mechanical engineering major from Beloit, Wisconsin, and the son of Kelly and Robert Sage. Number 98, Max Sage. Up next, number 85, Justin Sands. Justin is a versatile offensive and defensive player throughout his 4-year career. Career totals of 7 pass yards, 1 rushing TD, and 5 tackles. He's a mechanical engineering major from Center Hall, Pennsylvania, and the son of Ann and Barry Sands. Number 85, Justin Sands. Up next, number 42, Connor Schulte. Connor is a 4-year member of the Rose-Hulman defensive unit with 35 tackles, 5 tackles for loss, and 1 punt return for a touchdown. He's a computer science major from Oswego, Illinois, and the son of Rick and Lori Schulte. Number 42, Connor Schulte. Up next is number 3, Michael Stevens. Michael is a preseason All-American from College Football America and Lindy Sports Magazine this year. First-team All-Region and first-team All-HCAC last year. Career totals of 149 tackles, 19 TFLs, 6 sacks, 4 interceptions, and 2 defensive touchdowns. He's a biomedical engineering major from Orland Park, Illinois, and the son of Craig and Donna Stevens. Number 3, Michael Stevens. Up next is Noah Thomas. Noah is a 2-time first-team All-HCAC selection and a D3Football.com All-North Region selection. He has career school records of 239 receptions for 3,412 receiving yards and is number 2 in school history with 34 touchdown catches. He's a computer science graduate and a 2021 RHIT graduate student from Indianapolis, Indiana. The son of Steve and Marcia Thomas is number 8, Noah Thomas. Up next, number 33, Brett Tuttle. Brett is a 3-year place kicker for the Rose-Hulman football team with career totals of 7 of 9 on field goals with a long of 41 yards and 43 career extra points. He's a biomedical engineering major from Jerseyville, Illinois. The son of Brad and Chris Tuttle is number 33, Brett Tuttle. Today's final senior, number 1, Shane Welshans. Shane is a second-team preseason All-American from Lindy's Football Magazine and a second-team All-American from D3Football.com last year. He has career totals of 1,430 rushing yards, 299 receiving yards, 18 rush TDs, and 6 receiving TDs. He's a civil engineering major from Robards, Kentucky. The son of Tom and Mindy Welshans is number 1, Shane Welshans. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have another hand for this outstanding class of 2021, your Rose-Hulman football seniors, 21 of them. That is as fast as you can do 21 senior players.
Yeah.
Great job. Then you caught in between people. There's 2 people in front of you, 2 people behind you, and you can't go anywhere. Oh my gosh, you're joking.
And you can see where all the senior parents and players, now they're going to gather together and have a big picture for this whole group. Hello, everyone. I'm Herb King, along with Walt Gordon. We're going to bring you all the exciting action of the HCAC Championship Game, and effectively it comes down to this ball game for both of the teams today in Rose-Hulman and Mount St. Joe. Rose-Hulman comes in undefeated in conference play with a perfect 6-0 record. They're 7-2 overall, 2 losses coming from ranked teams at the time in Wabash and Hope. At least they were honorable mention in what's going on for Mount St. Joe. They come in with a 6-3 record, 5-1 in HCAC play, which means they're 1 game behind, and it comes down to this ball game. Whoever wins this ball game advances to the Division III National Tournament, and they will play next Saturday somewhere. So the winner, effectively, this is an NCAA Division III qualifying game, which a lot of times you don't get, but it comes right down. Both of these teams have a chance to go to the conference or to the NCAA tournament, and it'll be great for either team, either school to have that opportunity. Mount St. Joe hasn't gone since 2009. Rose-Hulman has gone one other time in its history, and that was in 2016. So put that together, and we're going to have an exciting ball game. You just witnessed the Senior Day festivities here at Rose-Hulman, and we're going to take a break. We'll come right back with our pregame show. You're watching HCAC Championship Football on Indiana Sports Network.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is how we Sonic.
At H&R Block, tax time is our favorite time of year. It's when our tax pros get to do what they love the most, help people. By getting to know you, they make sure your return gets done right. It's not just numbers, boxes, and forms. It's personal care, so you get every credit and deduction you deserve. With an average of 10 years experience, our tax pros get your taxes done right. Just one of the many ways Block has your back.
This is Sue Goshen from your locally owned H&R Block in Brazil. Walk in, make an appointment, or drop off your documents, and we'll tackle your taxes while you're away.
So what do we do before we cross the street?
We look both ways for cars.
No cars. All right, let's go.
But Daddy, why do you have to hold my hand?
To keep you safe. That's why we look for cars. I'm watching out for danger. To keep you safe.
Daddy, who watches out for you?
Protect your family and loved ones with Micah Bonomo.
At Great Dane, we are proud to invest in our people and the communities we call home. We are hiring now for trailer assemblers and welders across the country. We need the makers, people who are ready to make a difference. We need you. Build something bigger for yourself and your family with great health benefits, advancement opportunities, 401k, pension, and more. Apply today at greatdane.com/careers.
I need a Mocha Crunch Blast, please. You got it.
I'm on the Mocha Fudge.
We're gonna need more espresso chunks.
Order up.
Sonic Mocha Crunch Blast.
You're watching HCAC Championship Football on the Indiana Sports Network.
And welcome back. And you can see the band, and they're going to be cold today too. But it is a brisk day here at in Terre Haute, Indiana. About 35 degrees, I'd say, when we get started here, and it'll move up a little bit, but it'll hit 40, 44 degrees maybe. Hopefully the sun will come out and warm us up a little bit just from the sunshine, but it's a cool one. And with that, a brisk breeze has brought in wind. Most of the wind, again, coming from that northern area, and we're seeing a lot of cold weather. You can see all the people bundled up as they've assembled towards their seats. A lot of the parents are here. We've had Senior Day, 21 seniors for Rose-Hulman, and I think that's the key for this team that's been this year. It's not that they have everybody back from last year. Mm-hmm. It's not that they have all these other. They have 21 seniors going through a program. You do that in 4 years, and just multiply that out, and you're over 80 players. But normally teams bring in 40 or 50 freshmen, and the attrition rate goes down to 10. But not this group. This group with 21 players, and they've stayed the course. And because they've stayed the course, Rose-Hulman's had a very successful season.
And I think you hit the nail on the head when you say staying the course, and you're looking at the attrition, especially in some of your rigorous academic institutions such as Rose-Hulman, and not everybody can do athletics and academics at this high level, and that's okay. So
it's two things. I mean, the academics here are extremely tough, and if you can't cut the mustard there, you're definitely not going to be playing ball.
Right. So because academics comes first, Division III, that's just the way it is, and that's what we want here. But when you look at those seniors, the 21 seniors that you mentioned staying the course, and getting to this point, Everything they fought for, they practiced for, all the practices, whether it be cold wind, sleet, snow, hot weather where you're cramping, all those practices, all those hours, all the weight room sessions, all the times when you were working out with someone and the coaches didn't even see you, all the extra time that you put in. You come for this. You fight for this, a chance to go to the Division III national tournament. This is what you fight for. Everything you played for, you had it on the whiteboard at the beginning of the season, the summer workouts. You check this box, you check this box. You got a chance to check all the boxes here right now in this game. If you play for 4 quarters for Rose-Hulman. Same thing for Mount St. Joe's. The same thing. I guarantee you a lot of things on the whiteboard for Rose-Hulman. Same things on the whiteboard for Mount St. Joe's. These teams have an opportunity to check boxes today. And boy, I tell you, this is an exciting environment, and you can see that by the amount of people that are here going to brave the elements. There's people still streaming into the parking lot trying to get in. A lot of Ohio license plates coming in right now. So the opposing section, that won't be what we'll see here in 15, 20 minutes. There'll be some more people matriculating over to those stands. So it's going to be a great environment, great game. And those seniors, those 21 seniors, they fought, they stayed the course, and this is what you have, what they have to play for right here, right now.
Well, and for Coach Jeff Sokol, he goes out and recruits all over the country. There are 24 different states represented on Rose-Hulman's roster. Mm-hmm. 24 different states, and that's amazing. Yeah. That's a huge amount of recruiting that he does all over the country to find this specific student first, athlete second, that would fit into Rose-Hulman's situation. He's been able to find them. And if you look at his record over the years, a 70-35 record, he's 62-20 in the HCAC, a 756 winning percentage. He's at the top of the list. And we haven't talked a lot about Coach Sokol this year, but you have to give him credit for bringing in the right type of athletes for Rose-Hulman that allows them to compete at a high level and those guys to graduate. And then when you look at some of the other things with COVID going on, a guy like Noah Thomas, who's a graduate student, the leading receiver in history of Rose-Hulman football, and he comes back because he's allowed to, goes to grad school and is playing ball, but it's the same thing. He's in graduate school here at Rose-Hulman. Put all of those things together, you're talking about a tremendous way to move this on. In 2016, Rose-Hulman made it, and they tied for first. This would be the first time in Coach Sokol's career that he could win the conference championship outright and go to the NCAA. He's had ties, and if you think second, fourth, first, fourth, second, first, second, fourth, second, second, he's always been in the upper half when we've done things. Second place, and when you're always the bridesmaid, never the bride, sometimes you need to crash that door down and make sure, and I just used about 5 analogies all in one line. But if you're looking at that, seriously, this is Rose-Hulman's biggest opportunity they've had to step up and really do it, and they are favored. And part of the reason is because for Mount St. Joe, they played very well throughout the year except one ball game, and they played it against most people would say the team with the least amount of talent or ability in the conference in Defiance in a rain-nasty, terrible day, which the rain is a great equalizer. That's what we always tell all the players that I've had. Rain is a great equalizer. And it equalized the ball game. It was 14-13 Defiance in conference play. So Mount St. Joe has one conference loss. Rose-Hulman is assured of a tie for the conference, but they don't want the tie. They want to have the victory, and you can see them lining up, getting ready to take the field on this one as they'll get ready to go. There's about 6 minutes and 45 seconds till we get ready here for game time, just telling you what's going on here. But you can see them, and they're in a non-traditional uniform for home. They're in whites, so they asked to wear those whites.
Might make it a little easier on us today, actually.
Be easier for us to see, I can tell you that, because their red or crimson uniforms are very difficult to get the numbers on. They look great up close. They're just tough from a distance. And here they come out onto the field, the Fighting Engineers. And again, an opportunity for them to win the conference outright, to be the championship team of the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference, and then make it into the national playoffs. Again, they're not going to get a great draw because whoever comes out of this one is going to have too many losses. They're not going to be one of the top seeds. They're going to be one of the bottom seeds. They're going to have to travel somewhere and play. But just to get that opportunity
to get in
is a great thing for a college athlete. And they can always say, well, we made the Division III national tournament. We won the HCAC. Well, they can say they won it, but can they say they really got that opportunity to go to the national tournament? And with that, we'll take a pause and a break. We'll be right back. We'll have all the coin toss and everything ready to go for you. You're watching Championship Saturday here on Indiana Sports Network.
Hi, welcome to Sonic. Can I take your order?
One red, white, and blue slush float.
I'll get the slush. I'm on ice cream and strawberries. Order up. Sonic red, white, and blue slush float.
It could be anyone. The star student, the all-state athlete. I never thought it could happen to me, that I could lose everything. I found help, I found hope, I found recovery. I regained something lost.
We're the Browns, and this is our account. Our relationship with Riddell really began when we were kids, so when we started our business, it seemed like a natural fit for us.
Riddell's provided all of our financial needs for both personal and business, and we could not be happier with the level of service that we're provided.
Riddell National Bank has helped us grow our business so that we can help grow our communities with the core values that we both share. If you're looking to grow your business, Riddell is your best option.
If I crave something, I have to have it.
Well, so what are you craving? Like, what do you crave?
Attention, apparently. Look at him all sitting in the middle.
I know, right? It is really awkward. You just chose to sit there.
Sonic Crave Cheeseburger.
You're watching HCAC Championship Football on the Indiana Sports Network.
And we're back from Phil Brown Field on the campus of Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology. Again, the HCAC Championship comes down to this ball game. If Mount St. Joe wins the ball game, they will advance to the Division III National Tournament and claim a part of the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Association Championship in football for this fall. For Rose-Hulman, if they win, they are the undisputed and only champions. They won't be tied with anyone. Again, a loss for Rose-Hulman. They still tie and pick up the first place championship, but they don't advance to the tournament as the conference's representative. And you can see the captains taking the field for Rose-Hulman. And again, for Rose-Hulman, you have Riley Roberts. He's a senior out there to do part of the coin toss, along with number 3. That's Brett Tuttle. He's a kicker. And number 1, which is Shane Welshins, the senior running back. And those guys have been captains for Rose-Hulman the entire season. For Mount St. Joe, again, coming in a 6-3 record, 5-1 in the HCAC. They lost to Albion in their opening ball game, beat Alfred, lost to a very good Trine team by 1 point. And the funny thing is, they lost by 1. Rose won against Trine in the previous week to Mount St. Joe playing them. So these teams are pretty evenly matched. If you go even all the way back to the start of the season, all of them have won against every team in the conference except when Mount St. Joe lost to Defiance. Here's our starters for this afternoon's ball games. We should be able to get some pictures up of those. Adam Salou, he's from the offensive standpoint, he's our wide receiver. Chris Schultz, one of the offensive linemen. There's number 73. Aiden Sturgeon, a sophomore offensive lineman. Noah Thomas, a graduate student. He's a leading wide receiver and leading wide receiver all time at Rose-Hulman. Shane Welshins, he's a Division III preseason All-American senior running back. Andrew Dion, who's broken almost all the quarterback records here at Rose-Hulman. Ryan Easterday, as freshman offensive lineman. He doesn't play like a freshman, folks. He's big and physical. And Kenneth Gibson, a sophomore offensive lineman. And the offensive line for Rose-Hulman has really done a great job. Alec Greskak, a junior tight end, he also played H-back. And Daniel Hury, the sophomore wide receiver. And we're getting ready. Justin Pearson ready for the kickoff. And here we go. Kickoff is up and deep. Right at the 10-yard line. He hung that one up there, and they're going to try to return it up over the 20 to 27, make it the 29-yard line for Mount St. Joe. And as the Lions come out for today on offensive side, we're expecting number 18, Chandler Kinholt, as wide receiver, as well as number 6, Brock Austin. Other wide receiver will be number 2, Joey Newton. Quarterback is Josh Taylor, number 4. The running back is number 31, Mariano McKenzie. And those will be the starting skilled players. Linemen across the front board is Peeler, Corrado, Mabe, Sawyers, and Weeks, the big guys up front for the Lions from Mount St. Joe. 1st and 10 from the 29. Ball's handed inside, a running play. He gets to the edge. He's got room on the outside. He'll pick up about 15 yards.
When you look at
1st and 10, Mount St. Joe.
Look at Mount St. Joe's offensively. This is a team that you're going to have to stop the run, win first down if you're Rose-Hulman defensively. Josh Taylor, a very dangerous character, whether he likes to run the ball, can also pass the ball. So that mesh point, you're going to have some eyes. You're going to make good decisions for Rose-Hulman defensively, especially on first down.
Traditionally, Rose-Hulman with the blitz, and they bring one off the edge. And with that, he goes down very quickly, gain of maybe a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9. Again, a good run on the inside. Number 31 is the ball carrier. That's Mariano McKenzie.
McKenzie's a big boy. You got McKenzie and another back they'll bring off the bench as well. There's some fellows that can pound some thunder a little bit.
Again, looking at that potential blitz for Rose-Hulman, a 5-man front. They'll pound it up in there. Nope, he goes to throw, and he'll throw that one short as the quarterback just gets rocked as he's throwing the football. That's why it ends up short. It'll be 3rd and 9.
And it was a good thing, I guess you would say, that was short. Tyson Miller in coverage there, junior from Bargersville. It was well short. Just Taylor just didn't have time to set his feet and deliver a solid throw. 3rd and long. This is what the engineers want here.
First big 3rd down of the ball game. Ball rests at the 44. Again, Josh Taylor, 6 foot, 200-pound sophomore from Mount Orab in Ohio. Looking at the blitz, they bring all 6. Here they come. A quick throw to the outside. It's in the ground. Incomplete. It'll bring up 4th down, and out comes the punting unit for Mount St. Joe.
And that's what the engineers want to do. They want to force those obvious passing situations, although with Taylor, the obvious passing situations aren't always as obvious. A guy that's very elusive, nimble, uses his feet very well. So the engineers are going to have to watch as he scrambles later on in the game.
Ryan Murray is the punter as he steps deep. A snap from Matt Pfeiffer. He pounds it up there. Dead ball. Picks it up at the 28. Tries to get somewhere. He'll be called down and corralled at the 28-yard line. Rose-Hulman will take possession. 1st and 10 when we return on Indiana Sports Network.
Union Health offers the convenience you need and the care you trust at 2 convenient care locations in Terre Haute, downtown at 221 South 6th Street, and on the east side at Sycamore Terrace Plaza off of State Road 46. Downtown location open Monday through Friday 8 to 8, Saturday 9 to 3, Sunday 1 to 5. East side open Monday through Friday 8 to 8, and Saturday 9 to 6. And
quick snap, quick fire to the outside, caught on the outside and running up the field. A really nice play. Outside is Noah Thomas.
And that was a situation where he got just enough separation. Got away with a little bit of a nudge. Not want to call it a push-off. Got away with a little nudge. Got a little separation there.
Noah Thomas is that split end at the top of the screen. Snap to Dion, give to Welshins. He's up the middle. He'll pick up yardage. Pick up about 4 yards on that one. The tight end or H-back is number 7, Alex Greskak. The left tackle, Aiden Sturgeon. Left guard, Justin Pearson. Center is Kenneth Gibson. Right guard, Ryan Easterday. And the right tackle is Chris Schultz. Andrew Dion, the quarterback, will take it, hand it. Nope, he pulls it back out. Quick, good screen. He's got it side up the side. Here goes Hury down the right sideline. He could go. He's breaking 20, 10, and he's knocked out of bounds at about the 4-yard line. Daniel Hury on the quick screen off the edge. And a huge play. Rose-Hulman has it 1st and 10 at the 3.
Mason Owens saved the touchdown there. What great blocking on the outside by the wide receiver. If you want the ball, block when someone else has the ball. That's part of being a good teammate here. He shows his speed.
Inside, looking at Welshins. He's got a seam up the left side. He gets down to the goal line, but they'll say he's ruled short, just inches away.
That hole closed just in time for the Lions to save that touchdown. As you look at the holes there, and here come the Engineers right back to the line.
Quick play. Welshins up the middle. Looks like he was in.
Sure did.
And they pulled him back out, and they're going to say he didn't cross the goal line. Look from here like he was in.
Yep. They'll go right back to it.
I wouldn't surprise me. They're going to pound this when they're at the goal line, and it's very difficult. You don't know what to do on this. And again, Shane Welshins, the senior running back, and they went hurry up the first two. Now they're slowing it down a little bit. They may go this Wildcat that they have as well. Here comes a Wildcat. Welshins in the backfield as the quarterback. He'll take the ball, run to the left side. He's up and in, easily in. Touchdown, Rose-Hulman. And they lead in the contest 6-0.
The Engineers have run that Wildcat successfully with Welshans. Have won it with Gressac. I mean, they have that, and you can hear the Mount St. Joe's coaching staff to the left of us. Another touchdown. Number 14 on the all-time touchdown rushing lead for Rose-Hulman.
And they're really concerned about just making sure they consistently take what's given to them. They did. It's 7-0 Rose-Hulman when we return for more HCAC Championship action on Indiana Sports Network.
Kick off your deal your way at the all-new York Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on US Highway 40 in Brazil.
Shop over 500 new and certified pre-owned vehicles. Pull away in a new Ram 1500 Crew Cab with 0% financing for 72 months. Or a new Grand Cherokee L, only $399 per month during Jeep Adventure Days. Plus, up to $3,000 York Trade Assistance. Start your deal at YorkCDJRBrazil.com.
Stop by today and we'll show you why. We're not number one, you are.
We're not number one.
You are.
You're number one at York.
You're watching HCAC Championship Football on the Indiana Sports Network.
Kickoff now, and we didn't get a chance to go through those for Rose-Hulman. Rose-Hulman's kickoff man is, and if you look at it, Brett Tuttle. And he's a senior from Jerseyville, Illinois. He does the job and does the dangerous job there. He also holds for the extra points on different things. He held for the last one, as the place kicker is Jonathan Oliger, who put that last point on the board. There's the kickoff, deep. That gets this one down to the 5, and here comes the returners. Up in there, no place to go. He went down. I thought he put his knee down, but he didn't. He's outside. You're going to have a penalty flag. That'll be marked backwards as well. A couple of them in there. We're going to sort this one out before we go, because I'm assuming it's a block in the back. It is block in the back, and Mount St. Joe will be marched back. That's the one thing we talked about earlier in the season. If you fair catch that one, it's automatically at 25, and you're guaranteed correct field position. This one, if you do it the other way and you have a penalty, you're going to be marched back anyhow.
So enticing as a returner. You have that green grass in front of you, have nobody obstructing you. You can catch the ball and get a little free run, make a guy miss. And then you don't, and someone gets a block in the back, and so I totally understand what you're saying as far as that fair catch. Who did we was that Hanover that we saw early in the season?
Yeah,
every time.
It was one. Yeah, and that makes sense. So there's some Division I guys that are doing it too.
That's right.
It's not just one. Motion out of the backfield. They're going to try to run the quarterback up the middle, and he's got a little bit of room. He'll pick up about 4. And that's one of the things they do in Mount St. Joe is Josh Taylor is an outstanding athlete at 6 foot, 200 pounds. He's very athletic, and you need to corral him. If he gets loose, Mount St. Joe is very dangerous. Running back in the ball game for Mount St. Joe was different that time. It's Clay Thompson, Ari Turner, freshman. They say a freshman from Cincinnati. So Turner in the backfield right next to Taylor. Motion across, hand it. They'll keep it.
Yeah, that's
quarterback right on the left side, and he's corralled for about a 2-yard gain.
And that's the danger, though. And as we're going to get third and very manageable for Mount, as Josh Taylor's their leading rusher coming into this game with close to 570 yards. And this is a young man that missed a couple of games, I'm guessing, due to COVID. I wouldn't be surprised. He missed, I think, 2 or 3 games. So his stats are kind of misleading because he hasn't played all the games.
Read flow or read power, whichever you want to call it, that's his main way to run the football. Again, doubles, quick blitz, knocked down. Batted down pass by the front line of Rose-Hulman, and that will force another punt, bringing up 4th down.
I think that might have been your defensive player of the week in the HCAC, Tyler Smith, with the knockdown, I believe it was.
Well, he had a great game last week.
Yes, he did.
In the win. And again, Rose-Hulman with a chance to put themselves in Mount St. Joe territory. Punts up. They put some pressure on it, and he position punts the ball right at the 50-yard line, and that's where they'll gain possession when we come back on Indiana Sports Network.
At Great Dane, we are proud to invest in our people and the communities we call home. We are hiring now for trailer assemblers and welders across the country. We need the makers, people who are ready to make a difference. We need you. Build something bigger for yourself and your family with great health benefits, advancement opportunities, 401k, pension, and more. Apply today at greatdane.com/careers.
I need a Mocha Crunch Blast, please. You got it.
Welshins comes up just and loses about 2 yards on it. They try to go outside. That's not necessarily the best thing, but what it does is it sets up the action pass later on.
Jonathan Finn, a senior from Cincinnati, and one of the Lions on the tackle there.
And again, Rose-Hulman in their hurry-up style offense, try to keep the defense in the same set and continue to move the football. Motion across. Hobbs goes back. And they still have them set. Original starters for Rose-Hulman are in. Defensively, and they'll play action pass. They're going deep. Here it comes. And ball is incomplete. And they're going to say it's uncatchable at a certain point, went over the top. So that'll bring up 3rd and 12.
Right before the snap, actually, while the ball was being snapped, Tyson Lou was still looking at the sideline. So he wasn't ready for that play quite ready. He was still kind of confused on what was being run. And so that kind of helped, hindered him when he was trying to get off the line, get a good break. And, just unfortunate because it might have been there.
Well, Adam Tysalou has been an outstanding player for Rose-Hulman this year. One-on-one routes, he's been able to get him. He wasn't able to get that one. In the backfield is Welshins right next to Dion. Out of the backfield, throwing the quick one. They'll pick up yardage on this one. Off the football. Lucky didn't get it picked up. Who has it?
Mount has it, I think.
They're saying it's out of bounds.
Okay.
Ball went out of bounds. It'll be Rose-Hulman football. It'll be 4th down, but the ball's crossed the 50-yard line, and Rose-Hulman can anticipate trying to pin Mount St. Joe down towards the end zone.
Very fortunate there that the ball went out of bounds. As it was a bang-bang, whether it be and of course, we don't have the luxury of review to make a football play. I guess it doesn't matter. But it was a quick move, and Rose-Hulman lucky on that one.
Looks like Donnaworth. He got it down, and that's going to be a good punt because that could roll. It hits a Rose-Hulman player at the 14. I don't know if they saw it or not. Let's see if they did. Anybody see it?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think they saw that one. It hit a Rose player at the 14, and Mount St. Joe is on the move very quickly to get things running here.
Devin Fonneworth, very gutsy, I'll say, to grab that ball and try to advance it, make sure it doesn't bounce any more time and lose any yards.
I want to thank our sponsors for this afternoon's ball game, Farm Bureau Insurance, and they're in Micah Bonomo, Goshen H&R Block, the Hamilton Center, Lynn's Pharmacy, and Riddell National Bank, all proud sponsors of Rose-Hulman football on Indiana Sports Network. Opportunity for Mount St. Joe. They find themselves inside the 20. Taylor looks to go deep, and now he's trying to run. He's got no place to go. He's hemmed in back towards the goal line and throws it. Picked up and a 2-yard loss on the play. That's a really nice defensive play by Rose-Hulman.
When you said have him hemmed in, all I could think was keep him hemmed in. That's a guy you don't want to let him break contain because he can make something happen. Found a receiver, but it actually worked out for Rose that he caught the ball.
And when he did so, losing 2 yards, now they've got it down to the 13.
I like passing on first down for Mount, though. When looking at trying to change things up, you don't want to be too predictable.
3 receivers at the bottom of your screen. Taylor, the quarterback. Sets him again. He may check the play off.
Pressure.
Blitz up the middle. Nope. They've
Penalty.
got a delay of game, and that'll cost them 5 yards.
Yeah, well.
I want to thank Sonic Drive-In, Union Health, and York Automotive. The transportation for Indiana Sports Network is provided by York Automotive with 5 locations in Brazil, Greencastle, Crawfordsville, and Plainfield. And I want to thank those folks for being on board and, again, advertising here on Rose-Hulman football. Taylor again will have it. Now it's 2nd and 17. Ball rests at the 7. Rose-Hulman showing all-out blitz. They don't. Taylor holds back. He's almost hemmed in at the goal line, almost picked up, and he just chucks that one out of bounds. That's a great play by Josh Taylor. Otherwise, it's a huge loss.
And almost a safety, if not a safety. When you look at Rose-Hulman getting pressure in the backfield and then also making sure they have him contained. I know that Coach Sokol and the staff talk to them about that, not just rushing, but also keep him contained. You don't want him to break the pocket. Good job by Taylor, though, getting rid of that ball, getting out of bounds.
Almost had him for that safety, at least one of the defensive linemen for Rose-Hulman, as they continually put pressure on him. And they're going to bring a little bit again. Quick throw to the edge. Good block off the edge. And hemmed in short. Is he short of the first down? He's well short of the first down. It'll be a 4th down, and out comes the punting unit again. 3 straight 3-and-outs for Mount St. Joe in their first 3 drives.
Chandler Canal gets his, I believe, first catch of the game, and a great block by their leading pass catcher, Brock Austin. Had him in the near side slot. I thought it might go to him and try to make something happen over the middle. But Rose, once again, like I said, forces a punt. Let's see what they can do. And Jalen Hobbs, see if he gets an opportunity here.
It's Hobbs and Hury. They're both deep. Hobbs has it. He got hit.
Oh, no, hit by Rose?
The ball wasn't hit. He got hit by a Rose player.
I thought the ball might have been hit by Rose. Okay.
But with that, Rose-Hulman will take over when we return on Indiana Sports Network.
It could be anyone. The star student, all-state athlete. I never thought it could happen to me, that I could lose everything.
Well, both teams are going as fast as they can run plays to try to catch the other one defensively in a stagnant position. Rose-Hulman takes that first down and moves it about 4 yards out. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Rose-Hulman, a team that likes to be balanced offensively, will keep the ball on the ground some and also air it out. So a lot of weapons at Rose's disposal.
Potential for the screen. There it is. Yeah. They did it the last time and scored a touchdown. This time, Hury will be wrapped up for about a 4-yard gain. Make it 3. It'll be 3rd and 3.
Austin Price caught him from behind. A great job by the safety to make that play. And good job pursuit over there by Mount St. Joe's, not getting blown off with their blocks.
Wildcat formation. Welchins in the backfield. He'll run the ball to the right side on a power play, and he gets the first down easily. He'll pick up about 6 yards on it. And Shane Welchins running the football with a lot of power right now.
Shane Welchins picked up his 19th career touchdown on that first drive. A young man that has done great things in his opportunity. Remember, he sat behind Garrett Wright for a couple of years as well.
Pass. He's got him deep.
Got him.
And is it caught? It is! Inside the 10. What a catch by Noah Thomas as he drags that one in. He's at the 9-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal, Rose-Hulman.
Noah Thomas has done that for seems like forever. His ball catching skills. He high-pointed the ball. He's got that track speed, that athleticism. Look out, Rose on the move again.
Welchins on the inside of the trap, plays up the middle, down 5, 4, down to the 2-yard line. Shane Welchins again, and the offensive line, young offensive line. There are 4 sophomores and a freshman starting for Rose-Hulman up front, and those guys are opening holes, and it's starting to chunk up big yardage now. Again, 2nd and goal, ball at the 2. Welchins inside, and he gets nailed right off the edge. That's a nice play defensively.
It is.
For Mount St. Joe's number 15, the linebacker Anthony Wright from Gallatin, Tennessee, as he just tripped him up enough and made him fall into the pile. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 1. Don't be surprised if the Wildcat comes back in again. Because what that does is you can't account for the quarterback running the ball, and that lets him do it. In this case, we're not doing it. Dion hands it to Welchins inside. That's another touchdown, Rose-Hulman. Again, Shane Welchins just hammers that one in. And Rose-Hulman finds the end zone 2 times here in the first period with 4:15 left to go in period number 1. Rose-Hulman with a 2-touchdown lead.
And with that touchdown, Shane Welchins ties Todd Harris for 13th on the all-time Rose touchdown rushing list with 20.
Opportunity for the extra point. Jonathan Oliger gets it up and in, and Rose-Hulman leads 14-0 when we return for more action on Indiana Sports Network.
It could be anyone. The star student, the all-state athlete. I never thought it could happen to me, that I could lose everything. I found help, I found hope, I found recovery. I regained something lost.
You're watching HCAC Championship Football on the Indiana Sports Network.
Again, Brett Tuttle, the senior from Jerseyville, Illinois, will tee it up and get ready to kick this one deep. And Rose-Hulman has done a stellar job in this first quarter on both sides of the ball. Now, consistency for Rose-Hulman offensively. Mount St. Joe's got a solid defense. That's where they've won a bunch of their ball games defensively. They shut out Manchester, limited Anderson to 18. Hanover only scored 6 on them last week in a big ball game for both of those teams.
They dominated Hanover last
they
week.
did. And it didn't
defensively.
But from a defensive standpoint. So again, inside and up close to the 30-yard line, and Mount St. Joe runs onto the field with their offense. They don't even wait. Those guys are coming on. Rose-Hulman will gather their players. We have a chance to get potential commercial in with Mount St. Joe. We don't have that chance very often. We want to thank our sponsors again, the Farm Bureau Insurance and Micah Bonomo, the Goshen H&R Block, the Hamilton Center, Lynn's Pharmacy, Riddell National Bank, Sonic Drive-In, Union Health, and York Automotive. Again, an outstanding drive for Rose-Hulman. Deep pass, set it up. Now they're going to run the ball inside. Here comes the quarterback, and he is corralled down at about a 4-yard gain. That went full offensive, let's run the football down your throat kind of offense.
And you're going to see that some as Tyler Smith makes that tackle for the Engineers. And if they can just pick up, you look at 4 yards on first down, obviously you would want more than that, but you'll take 4 yards on first down if you're Mount St. Joe's. The same thing for Rose-Hulman. You'll take that any day of the week. 2
backs in the backfield, and H-back sitting off the top edge for Mount St. Joe. Motion across. They're going to roll it to the right, and they're going to get the quarterback to carry for about 2 yards. He's got the pitch out there, but the pitch is not in a relationship where he's going to have to literally stop and throw it. They're just trying to move players out of the way and try to knife it inside the force play off that top side.
And I think you're going to see Mount stay with this for a good little while until Rose can stop it. It's a big 3rd down and 3 here for the Engineers, and big 3rd down and 3 here for the Lions.
Different defensive personnel for Rose-Hulman. They switch the defensive front. They'll hand it inside. He gets nailed behind the line, breaks a tackle, but he just gets back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 4th down and 4 straight 3-and-outs by the Rose-Hulman defense. They are fired up and playing very hard up front.
I tell you what, that was a great effort by Mariana McKenzie. Got hit, spun back, and lost a couple of yards. regained the traction, tried to go and get that first down, just couldn't surge past that line of scrimmage. Rose is too stout on that possession.
Again, deep. They've got Hury, and they're going to pooch punt that one, and it's going to roll a little bit down inside the 30, down to the 25. Rose-Hulman will take over when we return on Indiana Sports Network.
Hi, welcome to Sonic. Can I take your order?
One red, white, and blue slush float.
I'll get the slush. I'm on ice cream and strawberries. Order up. Sonic red, white, and blue slush float.
You're watching HCAC Championship Football on the Indiana Sports Network.
Again, we want to thank Sonic Drive-In for sponsoring Rose-Hulman football, and it's Rose-Hulman with the football, 1st and 10, ball at the 24-yard line. Dion throws a quick slant, and he's pulled in and broken down there. Oh, what a catch.
Wow.
All hands falling backwards, and who else? Noah Thomas.
That was a pick. That pick written all over it as that ball was thrown behind. He had multiple receivers in the area. Thomas made a big play.
And a big first down with the Rose-Hulman having the ball now at the 37. 1st and 10. Inside run to Welchins. He can't get by the middle linebacker. Nobody blocked him. They had the play running, and Thomas again gets 1 yard on his own. Here comes substitutions in as Greskock comes back into the ball game, and out comes the speedy Daniel Hury, who had the touchdown, or had the potential for a touchdown, brought that thing inside the 4-yard line. And again, Welchins with 2 rushing touchdowns, both of them set up by long passes. There comes the screen again.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, Hobbs gets nailed in the backfield, and Jalen Hobbs, the wide receiver from North Carolina, just gets nailed back there for a loss. It'll be 3rd down and 12.
I think that was Devin Donnerworth again. Out there on the corner, making that big play, stopping Rose-Hulman from any would-be gain.
Well, again, we've talked. Mount St. Joe has one of the best defenses in the conference. Rose-Hulman thinks they have the best, and that's what it's going to be, the defensive struggle of these two, and then offense trying to take over. Play-action pass. Dion's got a man down the middle and could go down at the 30, and he gets hauled down at the 28-yard line, and it is Jalen Hobbs. Hobbs with a great reception down the middle. They caught him in the middle of the zone off the play-action pass over the linebacker and in front of the safety.
Oh, Hobbs, boy, I tell you, this is a young man that can do it in so many different ways, whether it be off special teams from the slot. It doesn't matter. Just get that young man the ball.
Close trips, went for the wheel. They've got the crossing route. They only pick up a yard or two.
Yeah.
That's a good job because, again, Mount St. Joe covered that very well. They had Hobbs on this side, though. So they may go back and look at that play again where they throw the ball in the flat to Hobbs. If he can make it by one guy, he could take it the distance. 3 receivers, bottom of your screen. Tice Salou, Hobbs, Greskock. They'll hand the ball inside. Nice run up the middle, and that line is surging again. That's a pretty good run, and they'll get the ball close to the first down yardage, but they'll be about a yard short. It'll be 3rd and 1.
That's a very good push right there for Rose, and you would expect this ball on 3rd down to stay on the ground here. Of course, then again, it could. We'll see as it's heading to the second quarter.
And that's the end of the first quarter. Rose-Hulman leads in this championship game 14-0 over Mount St. Joe.
At Lynn's Pharmacy, we're more than just your pharmacist. We're your neighbors.
Our kids go to the same schools. We eat at the same restaurants.
We sit next to you in church.
When I listen to a symptom.
When I fill a prescription.
When I offer advice, I'm not just helping a customer. I'm helping my neighbor and a friend. My name is Lynn Hofstetter, and I'm the proud owner of Lynn's Pharmacy, a modern pharmacy with old-fashioned values and personal service dedicated to keeping you, your family, and our community healthy since 1872.
Here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
We're the Browns, and this is our account. Our relationship with Riddell really began when we were kids, so when we started our business, it seemed like a natural fit for us.
Riddell's provided all of our financial needs for both personal and business, and we could not be happier with the level of service that we're provided.
Riddell National Bank has helped us grow our business so that we can help grow our communities with the core values that we both share. If you're looking to grow your business, Riddell is your best option.
You're watching HCAC Championship Football on
Wildcat, 3rd and 1. They'll easily get the first down as they keep moving this one forward. He'll pick up 2 yards, and it'll be 1st and 10. Rose-Hulman ball rests at the 17-yard line.
You know, Rose-Hulman has used some big plays to get in the red zone, and then they primarily stayed on the ground to score. Let's see if this will happen again.
I'm just really impressed. The offensive line for Rose-Hulman, all those young guys are just pounding it up front on a consistent basis. Now, they're not huge holes, but the surge is 4 and 5 yards right now. Dion steps back to pass, has a man on a crosser. But he scores! That'll be a touchdown, Rose-Hulman. It's already signaled on the other side. Touchdown, Rose-Hulman. And who else? Noah Thomas. He threw it up to him because that's the guy he most trusts. Noah Thomas yanks that one away and right in the air, and there was a fight for it. Simultaneous possession. The ball is gained by the offense. It is a touchdown by Noah Thomas.
Noah Thomas was that his 35th receiving touchdown here at Rose-Hulman, ties Alec Fisher for top of the charts here at Rose-Hulman. So one more record that he could break, he ties it on that reception.
And that kick is up and good. Rose-Hulman leads 21-0, and we'll return for more of this championship game on Indiana Sports Network.
If I crave something, I have to have it.
Well, so what are you craving? Like, what do you crave?
Attention, apparently. Look at him all sitting in the middle.
I know, right? It is really awkward. You just chose to sit there.
Sonic Crave Cheeseburger.
You're watching HCAC Championship Football on the Indiana Sports Network.
Yep.
Really we were talking about this at the break here. Really not a great throw by Dion. One of the worst throws he's had, but Thomas just goes back, gets the ball, and never lets go he's hitting the ground.
Right.
And that's just the mark of a great receiver. And when we say great, he is the best Rose-Hulman's ever had in every category now, right?
Absolutely. The Ben Davis product has done it from year one, as he also now is embarking on another 1,000-yard season.
Fair caught, balls at the 38. Mount St. Joe will have the football. And, again, the Lions run out every time. So it's not – they don't gather on the sideline like a lot of teams and take a little break here. They run out on the from the sideline knowing the play they're going to run, line up, and they're getting ready to go, try to catch the defense in just a little bit of a lull. We really haven't had a chance to go over a lot of the defenders for both these teams because the offenses are hitting it so fast. 2 receivers top and bottom for Mount St. Joe. Single back in the backfield. 4-man front for Rose-Hulman. They run a stunt up the middle.
That's not there.
Taylor throws that one out of bounds. Yeah. It was potentially there. The problem is great defense by Rose-Hulman as the corner forced him out of bounds. The ball had to be thrown at the sideline, and instead it's about 2 yards out. There's no way you're going to catch that one. Mm-hmm. That's just good defense.
Yep.
Again, Mount St. Joe with the football, 2nd and 10. Ball to 38. Rose-Hulman has forced 3 and outs in every possession Mount St. Joe has had in the ball game. Inside play action. They'll throw it out.
Oh, boy.
And nobody there.
Yes. Miscommunication there was the quarterback and receiver not on the same page. You can see that. That fortunately for Mount St. Joe's, that was not intercepted. Now 3rd and long again. Not where they want to be.
And you can see the nickel package is in. Amakwa comes into the ball game, the senior. Again, 21 seniors for Rose-Hulman introduced before the ball game. And that's the biggest advantage Rose-Hulman has on the teams in the HCAC for this year. They have the huge senior class. Looks like they're going to bring them all in a Bears-style front with 2 A-gap players, and they bring them. Here they come. They're chasing him down, and Taylor's going to run with this one, and he tripped and knocked out of bounds short of the first down. It'll ball be resting at the 44, and that was a big hit on the sideline, but out comes the punting unit. That's Every possession Mount St. Joe has had the ball, it's been 3 and out. They have yet to gain a first down.
The effort of Kaiser Bowen to try to chase him down may have kept him from the first down. Got a player down, it looks like, as on that pursuit. Went into, kind of got knocked out of bounds. So
yep. And we're going to take a break real quick. We'll be right back with more. You're watching HCAC Championship Football on.
It's a Union Health Center for Sports Medicine injury timeout. The Wabash Valley's biggest and best sports medicine team now offers a walk-in injury clinic every Saturday morning in September and October from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. at the Union Health Bone and Joint Center, 1725 North 5th Street in Terre Haute. Union Medical Group sports medicine doctors Eric Pickrell, MD, and Andy McDonald, MD, will be on hand to evaluate and treat minor injuries, including sprains and strains, suspected concussions, and more. Let the Wabash Valley sports medicine experts help get you back in the game.
You're watching HCAC Championship Football on the Indiana Sports Network.
It's a Union Health Center for Sports Medicine injury timeout. With more than 24 certified athletic trainers, highly trained sports physicians, and top Union Medical Group orthopedic surgeons, Union Health Center for Sports Medicine has the team that can take care of you. Union Health Center for Sports Medicine experts care for more than 4,500 high school athletes at 13 high schools in Indiana and Illinois. From the serious athlete to the weekend warrior, our team can get you back in the game. Union Health Center for Sports Medicine. Find us in the Union Medical Group Bone and Joint Center at 1725 North 5th Street in Terre Haute. Now,
Tyler Smith was the injured player. They've taken him to the tent, and we'll see what's going on. Hobbs picks this one up, makes 2 guys miss, and he makes a 30 can go. He's in the clear. Out of the 50 to the 40. He's got down the sideline. Don't go out. Did he go out of bounds?
Oh, he
went out of bounds.
Oh, my God.
It was so close, folks. Maybe a 6-inch step out of bounds, he was gone. He was in the clear, and his momentum just took him to the sideline.
Right in front of Coach Sokol. He was trying to edge him and keep him in bounds. He did his best Twinkle Toes impersonation. Just could not stay in bounds. He is electric.
Well, those super softs that have happened, both Daniel Hury and Jalen Hobbs have really added the speed dimension to Rose-Hulman's offense. That's another key point for this year's team that you really didn't expect. Up the middle with the new running back for Rose-Hulman, and that's Grant Ruperta. He has over 300 yards rushing on the season. He's a consistent back, carries it very well, carries his pads well over the top. Again, an almost touchdown by Rose-Hulman's special teams to really break this one open. It's 21-0 in the second period, and Rose-Hulman has dominated from the defensive standpoint, but also offensively. They have 21 points on the board. Dion back to pass, has a crossing route. Thomas will open down the middle, and there goes Noah inside the 15 to the 14-yard line. First down, Rose-Hulman.
Thomas has been a weapon here today, as he is a man on a mission. You talked about those seniors that have stayed the course. You're looking at Dion and Thomas, a couple of those that want this in the worst way.
And Rose-Hulman 1st and 10 at the 14. Inside run and clearing down inside the 11-yard line. It'll be a 2nd and 6. I'm going to make it 2nd and 7 for Rose-Hulman.
You know, you were mentioning the H's, Hury and Hobbs. When we look at all-purpose yards coming into this game, those are the 2 leaders. As Hobbs came in with 970, well over 1,000 now, and Hury came in with almost 900. So those are your 2 speed merchants doing great things, not just on catching the ball, but returning kicks as well.
4 really speedy guys they can do things with. And then when you bring in an H-back as talented as Rose-Hulman has, there's a slant inside, and that'll be a first down. For Rose-Hulman, it'll be 1st and goal, ball at the 4. Hury with the catch, and a nice one as well, getting it in there. And here comes the power as number 83 into the ball game for Rose-Hulman. That's a big fella. That's Ethan Swanner, the tight end, a sophomore from Caparis, Texas, and he is going to add the added punch to see if they can, about 3 or 4 yards outside, they're just going to pound this one, it looks like, inside. They've been able to do it before.
Yeah.
They went play action, quick out. He's got a touchdown. Touchdown, Rose-Hulman. Fourth score of the first half. It's 27-0. Noah Thomas with another grab on the edge. And I'm telling you, they are on fire right now as Rose-Hulman is just, it's hitting on all cylinders.
Bye-bye, Alec Fisher. You've had a good reign at the top as the all-time touchdown reception leader at Rose-Hulman. Now it's Noah Thomas at the top with 36.
On for the extra point, Jonathan Oliger. He puts this one up and gets it to go. It's 28-0 Rose-Hulman, and we'll return for more action here at Championship Saturday at Rose-Hulman.
I need a Mocha Crunch Blast, please. You got it.
I'm on the Mocha Crunch.
We're gonna need more espresso chunks.
Order up.
Sonic Mocha Crunch Blast.
That's not good. So Rose-Hulman, Noah Thomas, leading receptions for touchdowns in a career. He breaks that record. He already has almost every other one. Yardage, receptions, now it's touchdowns. What an outstanding career. And it's really nice that he had a chance to come back last spring with the abbreviated season. He thought it was probably necessary. He gets that shot to come back. Tuttle kicks this one off. Precision kick, gets it to the 18, and they'll have a hard time returning it, getting it up over the 30-yard line, and they'll bring him down at the 31.
You know, when you're Mount St. Joe's, you came in here with championship aspirations. There's still almost 3 full quarters left. Now, what do you do when you get punched in the mouth? You come out, how do you respond? One drive at a time. The big thing for them, you got to start getting some first downs to sustain some drives, which they had a hard time against Hanover last week, sustaining drives. Got some big plays,
but
but they had tried sustaining drives, and against this defense, you're going to have to string some first downs together.
3 receivers top of the screen and a closed tight end at the bottom. Josh Taylor still at quarterback. Steps back to pass, looking at the crosser, takes the deep shot, and it's up and that's a great pass. He's out of bounds.
Just out of bounds. That was you could see that, Herb, when that ball left his hands, much better than that. They ran the same play on the last possession. That one was much better. Gave the receiver a little bit more room to work with. Just couldn't quite keep it in bounds.
Well, he also threw it to the wide side of the field with the 3 receiver set instead of the short side with the single, and still threw it out of bounds. And that's the hard thing to look at right now because Rose-Hulman's secondary, and we look at things that have changed for Rose-Hulman. Their secondary is much more athletic than they've been in the past. Younger guys are playing, and they're playing very well. Off-tackle play now, and Taylor is wrapped up and picked up only about 3 yards on it, and that's tough. And that's one of the better plays you can actually run from that formation as far as if you have a tailback kind of guy back there. And they did, and they only gained 3 yards on it.
And that was a great pursuit defensively for Rose-Hulman to keep that to 2 or 3 yards. And now, once again, 3rd down and 7. Rose-Hulman, well, we talked about this from the outset. 4th, 2nd, and 3rd and long, and that's exactly what the Engineers have done.
Again, Mount St. Joe has yet to have a first down here in this quarter and a half. And they bring pressure. Here comes Roberts. They had him in the backfield and missed him. They throw this one over the top. Got a man open down the right sideline. Caught by Joey Newton. He's down inside the 30-yard line down to the 27.
Very nice. And once again, you see Taylor, the elusivity, the strength to not go down, has good feet back there. And he kept his eyes down the field looking for a receiver. Big first down. Big play for the Lions.
And again, they needed something because they were just drowning in not being able to move the football. They got a big play. Let's see what Mount St. Joe can do with that one. They'll shift the back over.
Which way you want Taylor to run?
And McKenzie goes on the right side to try to protect him. Wheel route down the sideline. They got a man open in the end zone, and it's caught.
Touchdown.
Mount St. Joe.
Beautiful right there. It was a great throw. He had plenty of time. Taylor once again, when he has time to set his feet, doesn't have engineers running to try to bash his head in. He has a chance to set his feet, make a good throw, and that time a great design that wheel route. You can see once again some of these designs, some of these plays, you can see them a mile away what they're trying to run. The engineer pressure just made it tough for him. That time, great execution.
Pure speed, and he just threw it up. Defender for Rose-Hulman had a chance at it, but wasn't able to do anything, slipped and fell. Extra points good. It's now 28-7. Mount St. Joe right back on. We'll return for more on Indiana Sports Network.
Hi, welcome to Sonic. Can I take your order?
One red, white, and blue slush float.
I'll get the slush.
I'm on ice cream and strawberries.
Order up.
Sonic red, white, and blue slush float.
You're watching HCAC Championship Football on the Indiana Sports Network.
So now you have a resurrection of Mount St. Joe. And when I say that, because they were just dead as a doornail, and all of a sudden, couple plays and they're in the end zone, and they have a little more spring in their step, like, hey, let's make this a ball game. Let's cut this to 2 scores if we can before half. 9:54 left to go in the second period. Rose-Hulman will get their hands on the first time they've had that kickoff. And they'll get your hands on the football, and we'll see what happens here.
What do you do when you get smacked in the mouth? Well, there's a great response by Mount St. Joe's, and see if we can get a stop out of this as well.
Shorter kick. Nobody picks it up, but it's off the ground, and in comes one of Rose-Hulman's returners, and it looks like it's Hobbs. They'll have it up to the 28. Rose-Hulman will have possession when we return on Indiana Sports Network.
You're watching HCAC Championship Football on the Indiana Sports Network.
Time. Mount St. Joe answers the call. It's 28-7. And again, these teams are just coming out very quickly. We had a lot of football played, and there's a lot more to be played yet in the second quarter. Dion at quarterback for Rose-Hulman. He'll take the football over to the left side, and running outside is Welchins, and that's not where he makes his hay. That outside zone, and when he peeks his head to the outside, it's usually not good. In this case, he loses, or they'll say he got back to the line of scrimmage, but it looked like he potentially lost yardage. His best runs have been inside when they run the inside zone, and he just finds that seam by one of the big guards that block on the inside.
Big Brady Butler was not going to let him go. He had him dead to rights and kept him there.
Dion in the backfield. He'll roll. Got a man there, and he overthrows him.
Yeah.
Just put it over his head, and that's Hobbs. Hobbs is not that tall. He's a shorter guy, and wasn't able to climb the ladder and get that one. He's only 5'8" is what they list him at, and he may not be that.
I was wondering what we were doing. That was a dangerous-looking situation there where they had a defender right next to Hobbs.
Yeah.
I don't think he saw the ball released, but that was a little dangerous.
It's a curl route, and you run it off the backside. The guy can't see where you're hooking up for it. Inside, looking at it, they got pressure, and they're going to sack Dion. He goes down, and now Mount St. Joe has a lot more spring in their step as a sack causes a 4th down, and out comes the punting unit for Rose-Hulman.
Declan Brophy in there, as well as Rashawn Newbolt. Those couple of guys in there. I don't know who exactly got that sack, but those 2 Lions caused that pressure, and Rose-Hulman will have to punt on this 4th and long.
The punter is Andrew Toller from Bidwell, Ohio for Rose-Hulman. Long snapper is Riley Lopane.
Need a good snap here.
Got the snap. Almost had their hands on that punt. Not a good one, as it will not go past the 50-yard line, and Mount St. Joe will run on the field now. As they're excited, they've scored once. It was 28-0. Mount St. Joe put a touchdown on the board, and now they're looking to try to answer and pull this thing within 2 scores.
It'll be interesting to see what Rose does here defensively, how they respond, as this defense is a very proud unit. They got scored on, and now how do you respond when someone scores on you? So we'll see what Rose defense does here.
Rose showing man pressure with a free safety, and that's what they're in, and they're going to bring it. Here they go again. They're running that wheel route down the sideline. He could have had it. And, again, that's tough defensive coverage. They did a nice job on him, but still there's always that idea of maybe an pass interference because you're playing press coverage. Instead, we have a hold call that will go against Mount St. Joe. So where they're going to march it back, it'll be 1st and 20 this time. And that pushes the ball back over the 50-yard line. Oh, they're going to say ineligible man downfield. That's what it is. I'm sorry.
Still hurts. But you look at Brock Austin for Mount St. Joe's. Man, does he have some wheels.
He does. And there are a couple guys out there that do. And they've kind of picked their poison as to who they're going to throw. And without pressure in Taylor's face.
Yep.
And it's a two-edged sword. You can get pressure in Taylor's face, but if he pulls it down and runs it, he's a lot more dangerous. So we'll see what happens here. Again, 4-man front, man pressure. Got a man-to-man route, and that really close to a target call. He didn't hit him, but I was like, ooh, that looked pretty dangerous. That linebacker came flying in for Rose-Hulman. The defensive pressure up front for Rose-Hulman has been good all day. They've consistently pushed that line almost backwards.
Cam York had an opportunity there, a sophomore from Knoxville, Tennessee. Just couldn't reel that one in. Now 2nd down, 15.
So again, 2nd and 15. Mount St. Joe desperately needs to score another one to get closer in the ballgame. And what a hit! And the hit wasn't by anything other than defensive pressure. Big number 99 right in there for Rose-Hulman, and that's Bo Thomas, the junior from Elmhurst, as a tremendous defensive push. He didn't even wrap him up. He just pushed the offensive guy back in and created a wall.
Shavonte McGriff trying to figure out what happened as he got the ball and then got met with bodies.
Third long down. 17 to go.
Oh, my goodness. Rose just barely got off the field. How many, do they have 11?
They've got 11.
Oh, no, they don't. I don't think they do.
Pick right down at the 30-yard line, and good movement on the play, and we'll see if he can get any yardage returned. I don't think he's going anywhere. It's still at the 34-yard line. Rose-Hulman with a turnover. Great job.
I think they only had 10 men. Herb, I'm serious. I think they only had 10 men. I was trying to count when they were coming off the field. They the Mount St. Joe's, their near side slot man was open. He was uncovered. I think Rose got a pick with only 10 men.
Missed the guy on that one, and you know when that sometimes happens, you're not familiar with what the coverage is. You just throw it up. Power off tackle, and Welchins picks up about 4 yards, and Rose-Hulman desperately needs to move this one and pick up a first down.
And Rose-Hulman will get the ball first to begin the second half, so a score here would be huge.
And right now we can't tell who got the interception. They ran up and off so quick. It just Dion with the football, looking for a man, throws it, and just didn't get the ball quick enough.
Yeah, it was a day. Yes, that thing came out end over end. That was a wobbler. No, that wasn't even a wobbler. Oh my goodness, that was.
And he had Noah Thomas right at the sticks for first down. He just. I think what he did was when he went to throw it, he just second guessed himself.
Maybe
that's what he did, and sometimes that'll happen.
Yeah.
Roll. No, they run the draw up the middle. It's a nice play, but I don't think he's going to get the first down. He's going to be short, and that'll bring on the punting unit.
Don't be so sure.
Don't be so sure. They're not over the 50-yard line. It's 4th and 3.
I know, but with that play call, yeah, okay, here we go. All right. I just didn't think it was a slam dunk with that play call. I'm like,
Well, I think they're up. They're looking at this. They're up 21 points. It's, again, 28-7 right now in the second period. Rose-Hulman with the lead. And when you're up that much, you don't want to take that super risk.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I thought he should punt, but I just wasn't sure that he was going to.
They almost had the last one on a block. That's a good snap, and that's a tough punt.
Yeah,
it's a tough day to punt, but it's still at the same time, that's not a very good one. Mount St. Joe takes over the football here at about the 37-yard line. So not as good a field position as they had the last time when they went down the field. We want to thank our sponsors, Farm Bureau Insurance and Micah Bonomo, Goshen H&R Block, the Hamilton Center, Lynn's Pharmacy, Riddell National Bank, Sonic Drive-In, Union Health, and York Automotive. Transportation for Indiana Sports Network is provided by York Automotive with 5 locations in Brazil, Greencastle, Crawfordsville, and Plainfield. Still using that man-free type pressure. Now they've backed off. A little different. Inside run. Cut the man off the edge.
No
Taylor's
chance.
going to get lost in the shuffle, and he's going to pick up a loss of about a yard. And they're going to say 2-yard loss on it. It'll be 2nd and 12.
How about Devin Cobb shedding this block, got low, did not allow that edge to be set, and boy, that just got blown up. Speaking of defensive players of note, I have not seen Smith come back on the field. I don't know if his day might be over.
His day, it looks like his day probably is over. I saw him grab his helmet and the other, and he's over on the side. He's got he's got headset on, talking to people, but he may be done playing for today.
And
even
that's probably a good decision.
Yep. Close to an offside, but they got Taylor down the middle. Nope.
Good job.
And did he catch it?
He did.
That's a nice catch.
Sure was.
That's a nice catch. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Joey Newton once again. That was the 2nd or 3rd grab today. Man, I did not think that Taylor was going to be able to see him, but he did. Good job contorting his body to get that ball off.
I really like your quarterback, Taylor.
I do too.
I think he can be tremendous talent by the end of his career.
Yep.
He's only a sophomore. He's consistent in the pocket. He's not given much chance with this one because Rose-Hulman and with their blitzes have caused him all kinds of problems. And here it is, 3rd and 4.
Line gives
Pressure
time.
again in his face. Oh! There's a big one, and he could go the distance. Here goes Roberts down the left sideline. 20, 10, down at the 8-yard line, out of bounds. It'll be 1st and goal. Rose-Hulman, picked by Riley Roberts, the senior from Greenwood, Indiana. A huge pick and return, and here he goes down the sideline. We'll see if we can get a picture of this one down inside as he'll celebrate with all his teammates with that turnover trophy. Here he is. Riley Roberts. What a play. Rose-Hulman with the football, 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Well, this you mentioned the secondary for Rose-Hulman, how much improved it's been over the last few years. Boy, the recruiting, the level of recruiting has really ratcheted up.
Here it comes again, and there's Welch's inside touchdown, Rose-Hulman. Welch scores his 3rd touchdown of the game.
Hat trick. Shane Welch's, the senior from Robards, Kentucky. Boy, I tell you, what a game these engineers have had on Championship Saturday. This is when you want to play your best. You want to play your best when it's on the line. You have a shot at the outright conference title. Just snatch it. Jonathan
Oliger will attempt this extra point. Gets it up. It's good. It's 35-7. 35 points in the first half for Rose-Hulman. We'll return for more action here from Terre Haute on Championship Saturday.
Kick off your deal your way at the all-new York Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on US Highway 40 in Brazil.
Shop over 500 new and certified pre-owned vehicles. Pull away in a new Ram 1500 Crew Cab with 0% financing for 72 months. Or a new Grand Cherokee L, only $399 per month during Jeep Adventure Days. Plus, up to 3,000 York Trade Assistance. Start your deal at YorkCDJRBrazil.com.
Stop by today and we'll show you why we're not number one, you are.
We're not number one.
You are.
You're number one at York.
You're watching HCAC Championship Football on the Indiana Sports Network.
Big touchdown for Rose-Hulman. Puts them back up by 28 as they answered the call on that one. And again, not a great opportunity. 2 interceptions have stopped the last 2 drives for Mount St. Joe. And again, they have to do something just a little bit different to try to score, and it's very difficult. Rose-Hulman has what I think is the best defense in the conference this year, as they've really shown it today. Chip shot, punt, or a kickoff again. They don't fair catch it at the 35-yard line up to the 39. Over the 40, that's a really good return and good field position for Mount St. Joe. And with that, out comes the Lions.
You know, I thought that Riley Roberts was going to be able to get a couple of plays off. Nope. Right back in there, young man.
This is the big game. No one's going to sit this one out. As you can see, some of the starters for Rose-Hulman into the ball game. Again, Tyler Smith right now we believe is out for a little bit of time defensively, and with him Devin Cobb is in at one of the defensive end spots, and he's taken over on the edge. There's an outside run for Mount St. Joe. They'll pick up about 2 or 3 yards and really trying to quell the storm, and you just kind of calm it down and see what happens here. Most of the fans that came into the ball game today, and you'll see this up on the sidelines, got some white T-shirts.
They did.
And those
very nice.
Everybody here, and you can see the student section, especially down to our left, and we'll get a picture of those guys in a little bit here. They've got all their T-shirts on, getting ready for this championship ball game. Inside run. They're going to run the quarterback off the edge, and he's going to pick up some yards, but not a lot. He'll pick up about 4 yards. It'll be 3rd and 3.
And 3rd and short is where they want to be. If they're going to have a 3rd down, they want it to be 3rd and short. And I know it's a big lead, 28-point lead. Mount St. Joe's not able to stay with the game plan that they want, really to pound that ball, be judicious with the pass. But still, you got to run the ball. I mean, that's who you are. You got to find ways to run the ball. 3rd and short, the 2-down territory.
Here it comes inside. They've got him wrapped up. He won't gain very much, if any. It'll still be, and they'll say it's 4th and 2.
Marion McKenzie got nowhere, and I am really surprised that we're punting. I'll be honest, Herb. I'm surprised we're
Winston Amakwa with the tackle on that one as he came off the edge and tripped him up. But, you're kind of disappointed if they punt at this point because they're going to have the 2-minute drill for Rose-Hulman, and they're usually pretty good with it. So we'll see what happens. They may fake it. Nope, they don't. They'll punt this one away.
Good roll.
Could go in the end zone. He's going to let this one go. That's a nice move. Rose-Hulman will take it 1st and 10 when we return on Indiana Sports Network.
Hi, welcome to Sonic. May I take your order?
2 Sonic grilled cheeseburgers.
I'm on it.
Order up.
Sonic grilled cheeseburger ready for pickup.
You're watching HCAC Championship Football on the Indiana Sports Network.
All right, 2-minute drill for Rose-Hulman. We'll see what they do. Normally it's a run on 1st down to see what secondary coverage you're going to find. And then move that football. Play action. They went for it deep. They've got a man down the middle of the field.
It's a wobbler.
They caught it. It's Fury.
He is gone.
20, 10, 5, touchdown, Rose-Hulman. An 80-yard throw, touchdown, Rose-Hulman, as they put 41 points on the board right now with 2:20 left to go in the first half.
Well, that ball was hung up in the air and the wind kind of affecting it a little bit, and Hury was able to catch it. When the defender did not grab him at that moment, you knew it was lights out. You are not catching Hury or Hobbs.
He took that one to the house. 41-7 right now. Again, Oliger with an opportunity to kick the extra point. He'll put this one up.
Wow.
And it's good. 42-7. Rose-Hulman with the lead here. Championship Saturday from Terre Haute.
Welcome to Sonic. May I take your order? 1 crave cheeseburger.
I'm on it.
Crave cheeseburger, almost ready. On my way.
Someone pass me the crepe sauce.
Almost ready on the burger.
1 Sonic crepe cheeseburger.
You're watching HCAC Championship Football on the Indiana Sports Network.
Well, folks, it is not halftime yet. And because of that, this game is prolonged a bunch in the first half. 42-7. A lot of scoring for Rose-Hulman as they have consistently put the ball in the end zone. And the last one, you're going, hey, we got a 2-minute drive. Let's see if we can go 2-minute drill. No. 10-second drill, you're in the end zone. And Hury with that touchdown, just a huge reception. Again, it's throwing it to the right guy in the right place. Nobody else can get to it. It's basically a fight between he and the defensive back, and Daniel Hury wins those most of the time. Kickoff pounces down inside, dies inside the 10, and that's a pretty good return. They'll get it up and fumbled it, and
no.
They'll say he's down.
down.
They'll say he's down.
Wow.
And for Mount St. Joe, that was Devin Donaworth. a defensive back from Lawrenceburg, Indiana, with the return and got it over the 30-yard line. Now we'll see if Mount St. Joe's going to mount a 2-minute drill. 2:13 left to go in the first half.
Herb, I go back to that previous possession. I would have loved to see him go over that 4th and 2 midfield. You got a quarterback that can run. I know they haven't been able to run the ball that well, but man, I get it. That situation, you're down big. I want to see you go for it on Championship Saturday. Let's see what they do here. Like I said.
Read flow. They're gonna keep it, and that's what they want to do. They like to keep it with a quarterback. So Rose-Hulman's not fooled by that one. They want the other guy to get the ball and run it, and see if they can kind of pound it towards the sideline and not get caved in. But wow, what a tremendous day for Rose-Hulman in the first half. 42 points. I don't know if we've had 42 points in the first half in very many ball games. We did against Defiance.
Earlier this year.
Defiance.
We had that big, was it?
We had a 47-point outburst in one quarter, which is off of the NCAA record. But that's against a team that you would say is not very good.
Yeah.
This is a good football team that Rose-Hulman has put 42 points on in the first half.
They're just surprising. I think it surprises your system. If you're Mount St. Joe's, it's a shock to your system as well. You're not. There's no way where you can even fathom this happening to you here at Rose-Hulman when you come over from Ohio and for this game. So it kind of jolts your system. You just got to try to regroup here at halftime, and big getting 3 yards here would be huge.
And the emotional aspect of this one. Really tough. Here comes Taylor, going to run the football. He's close to the first down. They'll give him the first down.
Yeah.
They got him first down yardage.
Got a good block over there left side and got that first down right behind his guard there. That's big. You can run the half out, keep Rose from getting the ball back. Rose not going to call any timeouts. But Mount's not going to call any timeouts either. So unless you get a big play here, which I would expect to still keep that ball on the ground. No.
He's going back to pass. He's going for the bomb. Nope, he went out the outside. It's incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock. 26 seconds left to go in the first half. 2nd and 10.
Boy, how good have this I hate to just point out the secondary. This Rose defense, the front has been fantastic. The linebackers have been lights out. The secondary has been this defense has been nasty this year for the most part.
And they play this ball game very well, only giving up the one, and I'm going to say a wheel route. And we saw that one from up here. It was like, oh, that guy's going to be open in a hurry.
That's
and
right.
He was.
And he was. Yeah.
And here comes the quarterback rushing again. He's got the edge, and he's got to beat one guy down the sideline. They kept him in bounds on purpose, just pulled him down 20 seconds after they reset this one. The clock will keep running. And don't be surprised if they don't take a shot here real quick.
Why not?
15 seconds. Down to 10. They're across the 50-yard line, and Taylor will look. He's going to take the deep one, and here it comes. He's got a Hummer down there, and he knocked it down. Did they pick it?
No, knocked it down.
Almost.
Boy, he had Joey Newton. Newton had the inside position. I thought he was going to be able to catch it, but Newton wasn't able to come up with it, and that's the half.
And with that, again, 42-7. Rose-Hulman puts up 42 points in the first half. Limits Mount St. Joe to 7. And first downs, there were just not very many for Mount St. Joe in this first half. We'll go to halftime. We'll come back with our halftime show again. You're watching Rose-Hulman football on Indiana Sports Network.
Hi, welcome to Sonic. Can I take your order?
One red, white, and blue slush float.
I'll get the slush. I'm on ice cream and strawberries. Order up. Sonic red, white, and blue slush float.
It could be anyone. The star student. The all-state athlete. I never thought it could happen to me, that I could lose everything. I found help, I found hope, I found recovery. I regained something lost.
At Lynn's Pharmacy, we're more than just your pharmacist. We're your neighbors.
Our kids go to the same schools. We eat at the same restaurants.
We sit next to you in church.
When I listen to a symptom.
When I fill a prescription.
When I offer advice, I'm not just helping a customer. I'm helping my neighbor and a friend. My name is Lynn Hofstetter, and I'm the proud owner of Lynn's Pharmacy, a modern pharmacy with old-fashioned values and personal service dedicated to keeping you, your family, and our community healthy since 1872.
Here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
We're the Browns, and this is our account. Our relationship with Riddell really began when we were kids, so when we started our business, it seemed like a natural fit for us.
Riddell's provided all of our financial needs for both personal and business, and we could not be happier with the level of service that we're provided.
Riddell National Bank has helped us grow our business so that we can help grow our communities with the core values that we both share. If you're looking to grow your business, Riddell is your best option.
You're watching HCAC Championship Football on the Indiana Sports Network.
And welcome back to Rose-Hulman. It's halftime, and again, our score 42-7. Rose-Hulman with just an outstanding first half. I don't know if you're going to see much that you can say differently that Rose-Hulman would want to have happen, other than maybe that defensive back, as he dove for the ball, hit it in the end zone. He just missed it. But Rose-Hulman just going at it.
Yeah, they really are, and they came out here very aggressive, and Rose-Hulman generally has really good first quarters, and the game plan, the scouting report, you see that first quarter, the guys are ready to play. It's not often where Rose-Hulman comes out here and just has a dud first quarter. They're usually ready to play, and today they were ready to play as they saw the sights that were in front of them, and they really jumped on Mount St. Joe's before Mount St. Joe's could really get off the bus. I mean, they just didn't give them a chance to breathe. The defense was suffocating, forcing 3 and outs, not letting Taylor feel comfortable in the pocket, not letting him run, and just giving the time to offense. You give the offense opportunities like that off of 3 and outs, and keeping that defense of Mount St. Joe's on the field, that makes it awful tough.
And statistically, it's even more brutal as you look at this one. Really as I look at the overall net yardage, what's going on for Mount St. Joe, they've just struggled. Offensively, Taylor, their quarterback, 5 for 17, 2 interceptions. He has 1 touchdown, but 2 interceptions. He's a 29% completion ratio, and Rose-Hulman has progressively gone to a man under free safety, which means they're keeping 6 in the box. They're man coverage on every receiver and 1 free safety in case something would happen. He might be able to make a tackle, but that hasn't happened because they have only completed like 2 real good deep balls, and that's it. And again, 5 for 17 for 84 yards and 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Rushing wise, Taylor has rushed the ball 12 times for 50 yards. He averages 4.2. McKenzie, their premier back, has rushed the ball 5 times for 18 yards. He averages 3.6. And take into consideration what Rose-Hulman has thrown the ball for 290 and rushed the ball for 55 yards. And put those all in perspective, that's just a huge difference in what's going on, especially when you throw in the 2 interceptions. No turnovers for Rose-Hulman. No turnovers. And if you have no turnovers and you force the other team into a couple, and you take those down in where you have – the scoring drives have been relatively short. And the reason why is because you have great field position almost every time Rose-Hulman's touched the football.
Yeah, they have that defense is just – been lights out for the most part of the game, save a couple of plays, and then Rose gets the ball, a couple big play here, big play there, Deion to Thomas here, Deion to Thomas there, a big play right here, and, just hitting on all cylinders.
And I don't know what to say otherwise. When you look at the drives, first drive, and it just makes it really difficult for Mount St. Joe to mount any kind of comeback if they cannot move the football better than what they did in the first half, because they're having a huge problem just moving the ball up and down. And as you go down through this one, the drives are short. The summaries are just really difficult for anybody to do that one. And as we look at this in halftime, again, for Rose-Hulman, they consistently moved the football. Defensively, they held Mount St. Joe, did not have a first down in the first quarter, and consistently moved the football. Both these teams have tried to speed up the process, especially for Rose-Hulman. They do what it's called NASCAR. They run plays as fast as they can possibly run them. And because of that, just over and over, Rose-Hulman has had the football not very long in terms of time of possession, but they run plays very quickly. And by doing so, they've kind of left Mount St. Joe on their heels at times and been able to hit some big plays right down the middle of the field on certain situations in doing that. And with that opportunity, they put up, again, 42 points in the first half for Rose-Hulman, 7 for Mount St. Joe, and we will look forward to the second half and see what type of situation that Mount St. Joe comes out, how hard they'll play, and see if they can at least close the gap a little bit and see what happens. But for all intensive purposes, Rose-Hulman's going to take the air out of this one and try to maneuver the football down the field and win a championship that they have not won in this conference. The HCAC Championship, if you're looking at Coach Jeff Sokol's record, when they did win the conference, it was with a tie and one loss in 2013, where they did not go to the tournament, to the NCAA Division III playoffs. In 2016, they won the championship, but again, they had one loss in the conference. And this year, they have a chance, if they win this ball game, and it appears like they're going to, they could go undefeated for the first time in Coach Jeff Sokol's career here at Rose-Hulman, undefeated in conference play, a conference championship, and a Division III berth. And for Rose-Hulman, that would be a tremendous opportunity for Rose-Hulman again, and Coach Jeff Sokol and his program being able to recruit and do those kinds of things and continue this situation for Rose-Hulman. Coach Sokol comes into this ball game with a 70-35 overall record at Rose-Hulman. 667 winning percentage. And again, in the conference, he's at a 756 winning percentage in his career. And this would be that culminating thing where he picks up the one situation that's eluded him, and that's an undefeated conference championship in his record here at Rose-Hulman. We're at halftime, 42-7, Rose-Hulman with the lead over Mount St. Joe. We'll pause and come right back. Again, it's a halftime show on Indiana Sports Network.
If I crave something, I have to have it.
Well, so what are you craving? Like, what do you crave?
Attention, apparently. Look at him all sitting in the middle.
I know, right? It is really awkward. You just chose to sit there.
Sonic Crave Cheeseburger.
Union Health offers the convenience you need and the care you trust at 2 convenient care locations in Terre Haute, downtown at 221 South 6th Street, and on the east side at Sycamore Terrace Plaza off of State Road 46. Downtown location open Monday through Friday 8 to 8, Saturday 9 to 3, Sunday 1 to 5. East side open Monday through Friday 8 to 8 and Saturday 9 to 6. And you never need an appointment. Have a minor illness or injury that just can't wait? Choose convenient care from Union Health.
Wouldn't it be nice if everything you needed in cardiology care was under one roof? At Union Health's Heart and Vascular Institute, it is. Like advanced technologies and facilities, specialty cardio physicians, and expert staff dedicated to your heart. And because we're bringing new, less invasive procedures to the region, you have more options than ever before right here in the Wabash Valley. Your heart is in the right place at the Heart and Vascular Institute at Union Hospital. Union Health. Healthier. Together.
You're watching HCAC Championship Football on the Indiana Sports Network.
Well, normally we look at what goes on the football field. Up here in the press box, it's been rather a cool day because we don't have the heat on in here like they usually do. So even though we're out of some of the elements, it's still rather chilly up here. And with that opportunity, it's cold. My partner here, Walt, ran down the stands, came back for halftime show here. And when we look at the stats as they were handed to us, and you can also see those folks online as we have live stats being posted on the Rose-Hulman website. You can easily see those as well. But for Mount St. Joe, first downs, 5. Yeah. And those were late in the second quarter.
Mm-hmm. They were. As we talked about it, Rose's defense just would not let Mount get off to a good start. And, when Mount is looking at second and long, third and long, it makes them tough to run their offense. And, Taylor, like you talked about, he's a good quarterback. Going to have a good career here at Mount St. Joe's. But with the pressure that he's been facing all day long, and the fact that Rose has been able to plug some gaps that Mount St. Joe's has been wanting to open, it's made it extremely tough for him. And so this is not a guy that, is going to throw the ball 40 times a game. I mean, that's not what they're really wanting to do with him at this juncture. So, but if Rose can force that, then that plays into what Rose wants to do defensively, try to force him to be a passing quarterback, as opposed to somebody in a close game situation that's going to make you think, okay, what is he going to do? He's going to get it to one of his speedy wideouts? Is he going to give it to a powerful back? Or is he going to run it himself? So that's what Mount wants to do, and be in these situations where they force you to guess. But when you're down, 35 points, there's not a whole lot of guessing going on.
No. Let me take a look at the scoring summary. First of all, Shane Welshon scored with 2 minutes into the ball game, on a 2-minute drive at 11:42 left to go in the first period. An extra point by Oliger was good at 7-0. Then again, Welshon scored on a 1-yard run, an Oliger kick with 2:32 gone during that drive. And with 4:16 left to go in the first period, it's 14-0 Rose-Hulman. In the second period, Rose-Hulman again scores, this time a 17-yard pass from Andrew Dion to Noah Thomas. And an Oliger kick makes it 21-0, and that drive took 2 minutes and 50 seconds. For Rose-Hulman, they scored the fourth time in a row, this time by Noah Thomas, a 4-yard pass from Andrew Dion. Oliger kick. 28-0, again a 2-minute drive, and those drives were very, very short because of field position. Then Mount St. Joe gets on the board with Ken Holt hauling in a 27-yard pass from Taylor and a Farfsing kick to make it, and that was a 1 minute and 34-second drive, just 3 or 4 plays, and they were in the end zone. It was 28-7. Welshon's had an 8-yard run, and that was because of an interception returned to the 8. A 4-second drive, 1-play drive from 8 yards. It's 35-7 with an Oliger kick. And again, right with 2:20 left to go in the first half, Daniel Hury hauls in a pass. It passes about 35 yards over the middle, and all of a sudden he was gone, and Andrew Dion collects that 80-yard touchdown pass to his category as well, and Oliger scores on the kick, a 12-second drive. So if you look at all the drives that Rose-Hulman had and how they scored, 2 minutes, 2:32, 2:52, 2:08, 4 seconds and 12 seconds, and they have 42 points on the board. That's an offensive juggernaut right now.
It really is. You see their time of possession, 14 minutes to basically 16 minutes of Mount St. Joe's, and it doesn't mean a hill of beans when you look at the scoreboard and this drive chart and how quick these scores are happening. Just kind of a blitzkrieg offense at some points. And really, to be honest with you, there were times where some of these drives where Rose kind of slowed down a little bit, not at breakneck speed that they could be, slowing down to try to read the defense and get the play in, things of that nature. So they weren't going as fast as they could on every situation, but still they were able to be judicious and score in 3 minutes or less every time.
You'll see it really slow down in the second half. And
I would think so.
For the big reason is you don't want to give possession opportunities to Mount St. Joe. If you slow down the possession opportunities, there's no way statistically that Mount St. Joe is going to come down and come back unless you have a set of turnovers and an opportunity exists where those happen. But if you just hold on to the football and the running game becomes more important, and then you want to keep everybody healthy for the potential playoff game of next week after you know that everything's taken care of. That's what Rose-Hulman's probably going to do. And with that opportunity, again, 2:55 left to go here before we kick off the second half. Rose-Hulman leads Mount St. Joe on Championship Saturday, 42-7. We'll pause.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is Howie Sonic.
At H&R Block, tax time is our favorite time of year. It's when our tax pros get to do what they love the most, help people. By getting to know you, they make sure your return gets done right. It's not just numbers, boxes, and forms. It's personal care, so you get every credit and deduction you deserve. With an average of 10 years experience, our tax pros get your taxes done right. Just one of the many ways Block has your back.
This is Sue Goshen from your locally owned H&R Block in Brazil. Walk in, make an appointment, or drop off your documents, and we'll tackle your taxes while you're away.
So what do we do before we cross the street?
We look for ways for cars.
No cars. All right, let's go.
But Daddy, why do you have to hold my hand?
To keep you safe. That's why we look for cars. I'm watching out for danger to keep you safe.
Daddy, who watches out for you?
Protect your family and loved ones with Micah Bonomo.
At Great Dane, we are proud to invest in our people and the communities we call home. We are hiring now for trailer assemblers and welders across the country. We need the makers, people who are ready to make a difference. We need you. Build something bigger for yourself and your family with great health benefits, advancement opportunities, 401k, pension, and more. Apply today at greatdane.com/careers.
You're watching HCAC Championship Football on the Indiana Sports Network.
And as we return, getting ready for the second half, 42-7, and both these teams are getting ready to get this one kicked off. Again, we're looking at a different second half. The first half for Rose-Hulman, it was all speed. Let's see how fast we can get things done, and it happened. Now for the second half, don't be surprised if they just take the air out of the ball. Meaning they're going to run it with fidelity and make sure they're doing what they're supposed to be doing and consistently move it. And with that opportunity, it would give them a chance to take home their first conference championship, undefeated conference championship, uncontested in Jeff Sokol's coaching career. Again, they've had ties where they've tied for the championship in 2016, 2013, but never won it outright, and this will give them an opportunity. Rose-Hulman will receive this kickoff to start the second half. Chip shot. They'll get this one up. Roberts takes the ball. He's up over the 35-yard line to the 37, and Rose-Hulman will have the football.
Health, I think, would be the premier word of the second half.
Stay healthy.
Yeah,
That's
stay healthy.
always the good one. And
I like what you said, Herb. Run the ball with fidelity. I think that's a perfect way to describe what Rose will want to do. You want to take care of it, and you want to make sure that you don't turn the ball over. You want to possess it for the long stretches. Keep that clock going.
Inside zone with a hammer off the edge, and they'll pick up about 3 yards. And Welshins again going forward.
You know, the thing about that, Mount St. Joe's is still a proud defense, and so Rose is going to have to throw the ball some. They're not going to be able to just line up and just match it down Mount's throat this whole half. This is not going to happen. So still have to mix up the play calling, but you just will see that play clock run down a little farther than what you normally would.
Snapped with about 10 left on the play clock, and an inside slant, a nice catch by Rose-Hulman and the number 9, and that's Adam Taisalou, the senior wide receiver from Java, Virginia.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, he's just an excellent target receiver, and he'll take the ball deep occasionally too.
You know, he leads the team in yards per reception. And this is a guy that I guess you can call him a possession receiver, but also can stretch the defense as well. It's a big target.
Inside run, Welchins. He'll pick up yardage, but not very much.
Couldn't quite get through that hole there.
No, and
he tried to get skinny.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's not going to have that happen. No. And again, we're seeing the clock run. So instead of snapping the ball right away, you'll see them reset the whole offense, take their time. That's normally not what Rose-Hulman does, and that's definitely not what they did in the first half.
No.
They're going to run 30 seconds of play clock every chance they get. Roll to the right. Stutter and go. He's got Thomas open and almost got one in there.
Yeah, just about intercepted there by Donaworth as he was down the field, had his eyes in the air looking for that ball. I think he had better eyes on the ball than Thomas did, to be honest with you.
Well, he did, because Thomas ran the hitch and go on that one, and when he made his spin, he stumbled coming out.
Yeah, he did.
And actually, if he didn't stumble, he'd have been 5 yards further, and that throw would have been relatively short. He'd have had to come back for it, but that's kind of the way it sets up. 3rd and 9, though, it sets up, and the clock is not running. Play clock is. They're down to 5 seconds on the play clock. Stepping up to pass, looking for the man on the edge. Got it.
Good
but
coverage.
He's relatively short and thrown down. That's a 15-yarder.
Oh, no.
You can't do that. The whistle's blown. You cannot hip check and throw people over the top.
Yeah.
That's been a rule and emphasis.
Yes.
You can't do it at any level of football, and you get people hurt when you do that, by the way.
Nick Stevenson just kind of lost his head there for a moment. I don't think he was trying to hurt anybody, but you have to know the rule, and he might be hitting this play out, and yes, he is. It's really unfortunate for Mountain because they had Rose stop, getting ready to get the ball back. Because of the penalty, you give them a fresh set of downs, you move the ball forward, they keep the ball, they can run more clock, do everything they want to do, all because of playing past that whistle. Nick Stevenson just made a mistake there. Just a sophomore from Cincinnati, he'll learn from it.
Inside run, Welchins, that's the seam that he wants to hit in there, and picks up 3 or 4 yards.
It's not there.
Well, and again, you say it's not there, but he picks up 4.
Yeah. I mean, it's not there for as far as a whole, but his offensive linemen push and make some room for him.
And what they're running,
get him what he has.
It's called an inside zone play. Everybody blocks the right or left gap. In this case, it was the right gap. They take the H-back and hammer the end off the edge and try to run up in that hole. And good block by the left tackle for Rose-Hulman as he moves people off the football one more time. And that's Aiden Sturgeon, the sophomore from West Lafayette. And he's a tremendous football player. He really is. And I could see him getting potential district and All-American style honors when he gets just a little bit older, because he really can pound people. And again, they'll run it up in there. It'll be 2nd and 5. And with that opportunity, again, the clock continuing to run down. They've already used up 3 minutes on this one. And the more clock they run, the closer they get to hoisting that trophy.
And that's what they are excited to do here.
Dion will take this snap. Don't be surprised. Oh, they're going to pull back out again. 7-6-5. Better get this one run pretty quick.
Plenty of time.
Got it off just as one. He's got a man open in the end zone. Did he pull it down? No, he didn't.
That is good coverage by the defender. It was just at the last moment, kind of swatted and was able to keep. Couldn't see who that was in the route. Was that Thomas?
It was Thomas. He went for him again. Thomas couldn't hold that one down because the pass was just a little bit underthrown.
Oh, he wasn't going back shoulder? Is that what you're saying? That one was underthrown. I tried to tell you that before. You talking about this back shoulder mess.
No. It was underthrown on the inside. Okay. It's on the inside. If he underthrows it outside, that's a good pass. Inside is not. Down the middle, he's got a man open, and he misses him again.
That was a good tip. I think that was tipped right before the reception. That would have been Andrew Pierce. That was a good pass breakup at the last, or else that was a touchdown.
And turnover gives the ball to Mount St. Joe. 11-14 as almost 4 minutes off the clock on this one. And that's what Rose-Hulman needs. Drive the football down the field. You don't necessarily have to score a lot. You just have to possess the football and not turn it over and continue drives.
But if you lead them just a little bit more.
Yeah,
he can't tip it.
Yeah, and the previous pass, if he went back shoulder fade, it was a touchdown. Here we go. 6-man front. Rose-Hulman just pounding people up front, and they take him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll give him a yard on it. It'll be 2nd and 9.
You know, we're having a lot of fun up here, and our day is just getting started. We got women's basketball coming this evening. Rose-Hulman's home opener, season opener in the 2021-22 season.
Yep.
Getting ready to start at 6 p.m. tonight. Berea College, the Mountaineers.
And we'll talk about them at the ball game because that's an interesting place as well. McKenzie with that last rush. He play action pass by Taylor. He's going to throw it deep. There's the back shoulder there.
Fade. Could be a flag. No flag? Oh, my.
And you can see there's a lot of John going on that sideline talking to that guy going, hey, what happened there?
He wrapped up, he got his arm.
Well, yeah.
They were doing a little do-si-do out there. That was a flag. You got to throw that.
3rd down and 9 now. Again, Mount St. Joe, those guys have good Ken Holt has had 1 touchdown. They have some athletic receivers that have been there. McKenzie's a solid running back. You're going to see Mount St. Joe at the top, towards the top end of the conference for several years here with some of these guys that have been playing. Taylor, sophomore, pounds that one in the ground, and that'll bring up 4th down, and the punting team will come out.
Pressure was coming from the linebacker position, and it just, Taylor just did not have the time. It just had to get rid of that before the pressure got home and just one-hopped it. The 2nd or 3rd time we've seen that, saw that in the first couple of drives as well.
And here they are, Hobbs and Hury.
Before today.
They didn't put both of them back.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
And the reason they're putting him back is because he tends to position kick the ball. And there it is.
Oh, boy. Got to get it. One. You have to get that. That touched Rose.
That touched Rose. I'll believe it did. And it did. It's Mount Union football. There's the turnover. That's the turnover we're talking about. For Mount St. Joe to have a chance, they have to have about 4 of those here in the second half. There's number 1.
There's a flag, too. There's a lot of John going out. There's a flag that was way late.
Yeah. So we'll see. They'll probably march him back on this one, but we'll see how it all works.
Big turn of events
and
here.
And they're turning towards Mount St. Joe, so, again, they'll move this one back.
And they know it, too.
It's a dead ball, unsportsmanlike penalty against Mount St. Joe. That's a 15-yard penalty. They'll still keep their first down, but it will go backwards 15 yards before they set up. So instead of getting the ball inside the 50, now you're going to have the ball somewhere at about the 42-yard line.
You couple that with the fact that, last possession, you had that penalty on 3rd down. Could have had them a punting situation. And so some of these things you couple together, you got to keep your head.
Yeah.
You're in the game, but we talked about a shock to the system of Mount St. Joe's. Didn't expect to be in this situation, but you got to keep your head in these situations and try to get back in this game.
There's their running formation. They're going to hand the ball off on the right side, and the running back again is going to pick up about 2 yards on it. Rose-Hulman's equal to the task here up front. Its consistency has been one of the issues for the offense of Mount St. Joe. Again, running the football is number 31 for Mount St. Joe. That's McKenzie.
Yeah, you talked about the consistency. It's not able to sustain drives in some situations, and they put up some big numbers on some teams, but boy, against the Roses, the Hanovers, it's been a little tough.
Taylor down the middle, man, wide open, and he gets his first down, and that ball now is inside the 40.
Yeah, Austin Brock, excuse me, I've got his name mixed up, excuse me. Austin Brock, wide open in the middle of the field, and Taylor put it on him.
And with that, it'll bring up a first down. They're going to spot the ball to 35, 1st and 10, Mount St. Joe. Again, it's 42-7, Rose-Hulman with the lead. 9:25 left to go in the third period. And the clock is Rose-Hulman's friend right now.
Pressure.
Taylor going to throw it. He's got a man open.
Great job.
Did he get it? That was a tremendous catch. He's going to pick up about 6 or 7 on it. They're going to say 6. It'll be 2nd and 4.
How about Taylor seeing the pressure, going to his hot route, delivering a catchable ball? Wasn't a perfect ball, and that's okay. It was a catchable ball. You move down the field a little bit more. That was a great down right there. 6 yards on first down.
2 receivers top, 2 receivers to the bottom. Man coverage for Rose-Hulman with a free safety in the middle.
Might see a shot in the end zone.
Showing pressure, and here comes some.
Going
delayed blitz. They got a man.
Going to the end zone.
Down the
Got him.
open.
Yeah.
Touchdown, Mount St. Joe.
You can see that.
And there's no penalty flags. That'll be a touchdown for the Lions.
Oh, you can
as
see
they
that
put
coming.
Another one on the board.
Yeah, you had Joey Newton once again. You had no safety, had no chance to get over there in time to make that play. And boy, Newton has had his look. He's looked really good today. I really like the way he's gotten off the ball. And just saw that deep shot coming.
Sophomore to sophomore connection.
Yes.
Those guys are going to have 2 more really good years in the conference. Kicks up, and it's good. 14 points now for Mount St. Joe. It's 42-14 when we return for more action on Indiana Sports Network.
So what do we do before we cross the street?
We look both ways for cars.
No cars. All right, let's go.
But Daddy, why do you have to hold my hand?
To keep you safe. That's why we look for cars. I'm watching out for danger to keep you safe.
Daddy, who watches out for you?
Protect your family and loved ones with Micah Bonomo. You're watching HCAC Championship Football on the Indiana Sports Network.
So for Mount St. Joe, Kyle Farfsing will tee it up and try to kick this one off. And Rose-Hulman still leads 42-14. Mount St. Joe answers the bell after halftime with a touchdown drive and a couple really nice plays. And like we've said before, they've played very well during the year, just not in this first half. Directional kick up over the 30-yard line, and Rose-Hulman will take possession of the football. The Rose has been moving out very quickly for that first down possession because, again, the clock's not running. But that last drive, they really slowed down what they normally do.
They have, and that's what we expected to see is they slow down and run that play clock, still mix up the pass and the run, because you would love to be able to just play smash mouth football as they have, but Mount St. Joe's defense is way too good for that.
They're pretty stellar inside, and they've done a nice job against the run. They held Hanover to just 1 score. There's the reverse, and here comes Fury. He's not touched, and he has open field. Boy. He's going to pick up about 9 yards. They'll make it 8. No, they're going to say they marked him out of bounds way short of that one. They gave him 6 yards on the play. Wow.
Okay, well.
So 2nd and 4, and that's a pretty good play call because it slows down the flow of everybody going one way. They'll kind of make sure they check for everything, and it just gives you about a half a step if you're going towards the strong side.
The pride of Katy, Texas.
And boy, I'm telling you, with the two sophomores that Rose-Hulman has and the sophomore line, when I say this, 4 of them are sophomores and 1 is a freshman. So the offensive line for Rose-Hulman is just going to get better throughout the next 2 years. Inside run, and a pretty solid one. He's close to the first down, but they'll mark him short. And as they do, it'll be 2nd and 1, or 3rd and 1.
You just bring up these young guys and bring them along. Of course, you have a Grant Rapierda, barring injury and barring someone else emerging. You would think that next year might be his year to start at running back. Who knows what will happen between now and then. But you see, he's a sophomore, so you have guys that, there's a lot of youth. Backup quarterback, he's a sophomore, I do believe, as well. So, they're just guys waiting for their opportunity.
And that's the one good thing about a program rather than a team.
Yes.
And right now, Rose-Hulman has a program. Inside run, he'll have the first down. They'll move the chains. And with that, the clock keeps running as well. Clock stops till they reset them. There's 7:15 left to go in the 3rd period. Well, the defense for Mount St. Joe has been pretty good all day. Noah Hammond at end, Bo Kenning, Matt Breedis, and Declan Brophy have been the defensive linemen. And like I said, they've done a good job. Julius Fisher and Jonathan Finn at the linebacker positions for Mount St. Joe. And again, they've done a really nice job.
There's a good wrap
They're
up
playing well right now. And part of that's because they believe that Rose-Hulman won't throw the ball deep, even though they did the first series they had the ball here in the second half. Their corners are Noah Abel and Mason Owens. Their strong safety is Austin Price. Their free safety is Devin Donaworth, and he also returns kicks. And again, Anthony Wright is their Sam linebacker. So you put those guys into perspective. Dion with the football, looking for the out. He's got him. It's Hury, breaks the tackle, and another one, and he will end up with the ball at the 35-yard line.
And it was a great job by Hury, and you saw Anthony Wright trying to punch the ball out, sophomore from Gallatin, Tennessee, making the tackle. But Hury secure with the ball, keeping the chains moving, keeping the clock running, getting a big first down there.
6 minutes left to go in the 3rd period. Rose-Hulman leads 42-14. Mount St. Joe has scored here to open the 3rd period. Inside run, Rapierda breaks the tackle. He's in the clear. 20. Makes one man miss. No, he gets hauled down about the 7-yard line. Grant Rapierda with a great run and pulls Rose-Hulman really close in this one.
Rapierda with I believe the best run of the day, I do believe. Is that right, Herb?
Looks like it. It looks like the best actual run of the game.
Yeah.
The issue is Rose-Hulman has thrown the ball deep to get it in this position and then pounded it in. So we'll see what happens here. Rapierda, again, is in the backfield.
Yep. Probably get another touch here on first down, you think?
We'll see.
Receivers all over the place, and they might have to call a timeout. We'll call a timeout here to regroup. Yep, there it is.
And with that timeout, we'll take one as well. 5:06 left to go in the 3rd period. It's 42-14, Rose-Hulman.
At Great Dane, we are proud to invest in our people and the communities we call home. We are hiring now for trailer assemblers and welders across the country. We need the makers, people who are ready to make a difference. We need you. Build something bigger for yourself and your family with great health benefits, advancement opportunities, 401k, pension, and more. Apply today at greatdane.com/careers.
You're watching HCAC Championship Football on the Indiana Sports Network.
That's what you're on. Yeah, we had an injury earlier in the ball game for Rose-Hulman's defensive number 8, Tyler Smith, who was the HCAC Player of the Week defensively last week. He went out early with a potential injury, and he is on the sideline, got a sling on his arm, so hopefully it's his shoulder, and he's coaching the other guys up. Want to let you know he's okay, but hopefully it's nothing serious. Dion back to pass. He has a chance to run this one in. No, he throws it. And
boy, what a hit.
That should have been a potential.
That was a great hit by Jonathan Finn. Dislodged the ball from, I believe, Noah Thomas.
looks like Noah Thomas, and he's getting up rather slowly. They're going to call people in on this one as well, and so they're going to call out and look at this one. And we'll take a short break for an injury timeout. You're watching HCAC football on Indiana Sports Network.
It could be anyone. The star student, the all-state athlete. I never thought it could happen to me, that I could lose everything. I found help, I found hope, I found recovery. I regained something lost.
You're watching HCAC Championship Football on the Indiana Sports Network.
5 minutes left to go here in the third period. Dion at quarterback. The big uglies are in there, and they're going to hand the football to Ruperto over the left sideline. He breaks one tackle to get down to the 5-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd and goal from the 5.
We've seen nary a field goal kick today. We'll see what happens here.
We'll see what happens. He had an opportunity for a touchdown in 2 ways. We talked about potential for Dion to run that one in, but he saw Thomas, and Thomas was open, but right in front of him was a defender who dislodged that football. Setting up the actual blitz. They're going to have a flag on this one.
Legal shift.
Yep. So we have a legal procedure. Somebody took off with 1 step too far, and I think it possibly was the wide receiver on that one.
Ty Salou, maybe?
Ty Salou maybe took a little jerk, and they called that one. It'll bring up 3rd and goal from the 10. More of a passing down now. Mount St. Joe showed a blitz on that. And I don't know if maybe one of the linemen moved as well. Couldn't quite see where the movement came from. Dion back to pass, throws a fade in the end zone.
Good breakup once again there. I'm telling you what, Noah Abel that time. Mount St. Joe's in this goal line situation that made it tough for Rose to throw the ball.
And 4th down, out comes the field goal unit. In to kick the field goal will be Jonathan Oliger. Holding is Brett Tuttle. Your long snapper is Riley Lopian. And again, a sophomore from Athens, Illinois, is the snapper. Snap is a little bit high, but down, and kicks up and looks good. It is good. Rose-Hulman with 3 points on the board. It's 45-14. Rose-Hulman with the lead. Will return for more action here from Terre Haute.
At Lynn's Pharmacy, we're more than just your pharmacist. We're your neighbors.
Our kids go to the same schools.
We eat at the same restaurants.
We sit next to you in church.
When I listen to a symptom.
When I fill a prescription.
When I offer advice, I'm not just helping a customer. I'm helping my neighbor and a friend. My name is Lynn Hofstetter, and I'm the proud owner of Lynn's Pharmacy, a modern pharmacy with old-fashioned values and personal service dedicated to keeping you, your family, and our community healthy since 1872.
Here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
You're watching HCAC Championship Football on the Indiana Sports Network.
And again, the championship ball game today. Whoever wins this one wins the conference. Mount St. Joe, if they would have been able to win or put this one in that situation, could have tied Rose-Hulman, but got the automatic bid. In this case, if Rose-Hulman wins, which it appears they're going to, they'll have a first-round playoff game next week on Saturday. Return up the middle, and they'll get it up to about the 38-yard line. That's where Mount St. Joe will take possession of the football. We want to thank our sponsors for this afternoon's ball game, Farm Bureau Insurance and their agent Micah Madomo, Goshen H&R Block, the Hamilton Center, Lynn's Pharmacy, Riddell National Bank, Sonic Drive-In, Union Health, and York Automotive. And York Automotive is the transportation specialist we use here at Indiana Sports Network. They have 5 locations in Brazil, Greencastle, Crawfordsville, and Plainfield.
Kind of wish that York had a shuttle service so they could take me to my car after this game. I had to park at Lost Creek.
That's okay. McKenzie with the run over the right side. He'll go out of bounds about a 5-yard gain.
great crowd on hand. I tell you, Rose-Hulman fans and great contingent from Mount St. Joe's made the trek from over there in Ohio, and they're probably not gonna go home happy, but they came to support their Lions, and that's what you want to happen. Fans are just glad to be able to come back and watch the live sports again. Herb.
There's McKenzie again. He'll run the ball off over the right side. He'll pick up about 2. And Rose-Hulman has been very stingy, even though it doesn't look. That's one of the formations that Mount St. Joe has used over and over again, is that tight end with a wing towards the boundary and then pound the ball off tackle, because a lot of teams place their strong safety to the wide side. In this case, they're running at a corner. They have a chance to make yardage, and Mount St. Joe has not been able to do that very much today, as Rose-Hulman has been equal to the task of stopping them. Big third down play, 3rd and 3. They're going to throw the ball in a quick slant. They had him open, and he completes the pass for the first down. Ball will be placed at the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Mount St. Joe.
There's Newton once again. He's just coming over the middle, and that young man, I'm telling you, he has really impressed me today with what he's been able to do. Catching the ball, would it be deep, would it be a short cross? Doesn't matter.
Well, Rose-Hulman is playing man-to-man, and they're rubbing them off. They're literally running everybody into it. And by doing so, they give this guy a chance, just like it was right there. And that's a really nice catch again to Joey Newton, who picks up close to first down yardage. He'll be too short. It'll be 2nd and 2. And when I say that, they've been able to figure out what they want to do against it. They didn't do a really good job in the second quarter doing that. But in this case, they're using those crossing routes and setting them down. And right now, Josh Taylor has time to throw the football. 2 minutes left to go in the third period. Again, a 45-14 Rose-Hulman lead. Taylor steadies the troops, and he'll get it set. Looking inside, play action fake. Has a man down the middle, doesn't throw it. He goes for Newton for the bomb, and good defensive coverage by Rose-Hulman. That'll stop the clock with 1:42 left to go in the third period. 3rd and 2 now for Mount St. Joe as they again try to go down and score. One more. They've got several more they have to score. The clock is Rose-Hulman's friend. If they can keep people in bounds and tackle them, they'll run the clock out for the victory this afternoon. Taylor setting in the middle. Rose-Hulman looking as they're going to blitz, and they bring the house in the inside. That's a pretty good back shoulder fade. He should have caught the ball.
Yeah, that was a good pass, and the play was right there. You just got to make the catch.
Yep.
A little bit of physical. I mean, you got to play through the contact. You're not going to get the call every time. A little bit of contact, but there's no contact on every play in there.
Partially because they're both fighting at this.
That's right.
It wasn't just the defender that's touching him. He's pounding on the defender's shoulder to back him away as well. And we have a penalty on this one, and that penalty will move it forward 5 yards. And it looks like we had an offside penalty, and that'll give a first down for Mount St. Joe. So right now, Mount St. Joe in control, but very slowly moving the ball down the field. They've got to score rapidly and do it in a fashion where they get points and make Rose-Hulman give it up. Play action. They'll throw it deep. And that's a...
Oh, he caught that.
That's
wow.
a touchdown.
Wow.
That's a tremendous catch, again, by Joey Newton. So Newton catches that one for a score, and right now it's 45-20 with the extra point. It'd be 45-21, and Rose-Hulman is going to need to score one more or stop Mount St. Joe. They haven't stopped them.
And Monquai had his hands on that. I thought he was going to pick it, but couldn't quite come up with it cleanly. And Newton, my oh my,
that's one of those
great catch.
If you were able to punch it or knock it away, it probably would have been better. Kick is up, and it's good as well. 21 points now on the board for Mount St. Joe. It's 45-21 when we return for more action on Indiana Sports Network.
The city of Brazil was founded in 1866. By 1876, there were 2 schools, 7 dry goods stores, 2 hardware stores, 4 churches, and 5 drugstores. One of those drugstores is still there today, Lynn's Pharmacy. Lynn's Pharmacy has grown from a small neighborhood drugstore to a modern pharmacy, offering prescriptions and medical equipment with old-fashioned values and unparalleled service. You can even step back in time and visit Lynn's Soda Parlor
here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
You're watching HCAC Championship Football on the Indiana Sports Network.
Joey Newton, just a sophomore for Mount St. Joe, and the same thing, their quarterback, Josh Taylor, is a sophomore. Now, those two guys are going to continue to hook it up, and that throw was in there, and Joey Newton has had a pretty good day today, even though they find themselves trailing right now 45-21, partially because of 2 key turnovers that Rose-Hulman's had, where they put the ball in, when they got possession of it, it was inside the 10. And you put 2 more of those scores on, and that totally changes what this game would be if it wasn't for those 2 turnovers. Pooch kick, they'll get it up. Ball at the 20, returned up to the 30-yard line, and that's where Rose-Hulman will take possession, 1st and 10. I want to thank our sponsors for this afternoon's ball game, the Farm Bureau Insurance and Micah Bonomo, Goshen H&R Block, the Hamilton Center, Lynn's Pharmacy, Riddell National Bank, Sonic Drive-In, Union Health, and York Automotive. York Automotive is the transportation specialist we use here at Indiana Sports Network, and they have locations in 5 places, in Brazil, Greencastle, Crawfordsville, and Plainfield. Andrew Dion in at quarterback. 1:25 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Power play over to the right side. In this case, it's Welchins. He'll pick up about 3 yards. Tough running right now as Mount St. Joe is playing inspired football. And again, if it wasn't for those turnovers, Mount St. Joe would find themselves in the ballgame.
Oh, quite possibly, or it could have been some long drives by. I mean, who knows what would happen? But Mount is continuing to fight, and that's one thing that we thought we would see, and that we are seeing.
Dion checks him back out and runs the clock down. 50 seconds left to go in the 3rd period. Welchins makes one man miss, and he'll pick up another 3 yards. It'll be 3rd and 3, and that could be the end of the 3rd period if they want it to be.
It should be. It better be.
Again, the clock is Rose-Hulman's friend. If they can continue to run the clock, the ball game will be over. And that's what they want to do. So we're going to go into, it appears we're going into the 4th quarter with Rose-Hulman leading 45-21 over Mount St. Joe. They were ahead 42-7 at halftime. Mount St. Joe's put 2 touchdowns on the board in the 3rd period. Rose-Hulman with a field goal. And we'll bring you the 4th quarter here live on Indiana Sports Network when we return for more action on Championship Saturday.
We were choosing colors for the house, and I stopped and looked at Mike and said, "We're really doing this, aren't we?" The process was challenging, but Riddell was there for us every step of the way. The mortgage, closing, they eased our stress. It made sense when Mike said,
"We're really doing this."
Mortgage loans made easy from Riddell. Making friends since 1885.
At York Automotive, we're not number one, you are. With 5 locations, 8 brands, and over 700 vehicles in stock, we have the right vehicle for you. Lots of vehicles, lots of savings. Markdowns online and on the lot. Plus, we will buy your car even if you don't buy ours. Shop online at yorkautomotive.com. Stop by today and we'll show you why we're not number one, you are.
We're not number one.
You are.
You're number one at York.
You're watching HCAC Championship Football on the Indiana Sports Network.
4th quarter, 45-21, Rose-Hulman with the lead. And since Mount St. Joe has mounted at least 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter, Welchins takes the pitch off the option play to the right side. He'll pick up the 1st down, and the clock will run, and Rose-Hulman will move the chains as well. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 41.
Is that a flag that I see? That was a very, very late flag.
Yeah, I think you did. We're going to see what it is.
What could that be? Little John?
And we're looking. It looks like it's against Rose-Hulman. You haven't seen any of the Mount St. Joe players say anything or do anything this way. And they're going to say it's unsportsmanlike. We'll see what it is here. Preliminary is unsportsmanlike. Unsportsmanlike against Rose-Hulman. Dead ball. He'll reset the chains, which means it'll be 1st and 10, but the ball now rests at the 26. Gives them a chance to move the football, but you definitely don't want to shoot yourself in the foot by saying things. The game's not open, and that'll hurt you. And it hurts you in field position is where it hurts you right now.
Does they act like you've been there before? Is that what they say?
That's the one.
Yeah, so you run your mouth, and, the referee is going to only put up so much.
Yeah, and that's kind of the way it's working right now. 1st and 10, ball to 26. And we'll start the drive over again.
Mm-hmm.
Dion checks. He'll reset the whole thing.
Clock is rolling, so that's a good thing.
And the clock is moving at 14:30. Left to go in the ball game. Inside play action fake. Got a man down the middle, deep and open, and he dropped it.
He had two guys there.
Noah Thomas was the guy who ended up having a chance at it, and he couldn't get it. And the reason they're just throwing it up is because Mount St. Joe's defenders are not making a play on the ball. They're just letting it go. They're missing the football in the air.
Yeah.
And every now and then you can just throw one of those. It'll be fine. 14:21 left to go, and when I say that, the clock has stopped because of the incomplete pass.
Yeah, I know Rose is hoping that softens up the middle of this defense.
Outside run. Making a cut, picking up some yardage, but not enough to pick up the first down.
A nice gain. Could have been a little bit better if it could have kept his footing. Might not have gotten the first down, but maybe a couple more yards to make it 3rd and 2 instead of 3rd and 5 would have been nice.
So 3rd and 5, Welshon's on the carry again. And Welshon's has been the back that's really done the damage. Yep. Ruperta has run the ball well, but not with the authority that Welshon's has. Shane Welshon's, again, a preseason All-American for Rose-Hulman, and he's run the ball very well. Dion has looked good again today. And again, it's all about turnovers for Rose-Hulman right now. Play action. Has a man on the slant. They threw it behind Thomas. He's got it, and he's got a potential to go, and he just couldn't break that one or he'd have been gone. First down.
That was a nice little hitch that just ran, and boy, I tell you, I didn't see that play developing until the very end, and Dion said, he might be in a little bit of trouble here on this 3rd down play. Noah Thomas has security blanket, the safety net, his everything. I mean, boy, how about having a receiver like Noah Thomas that just knows how to play the game?
Well, also the other guy that people don't realize that plays the same type of thing is Ty Salou. How many first downs has he had this year on those tough situations? Welshon's on the inside, breaks the linebackers. He's into the secondary, picks up yardage, first down, Rose-Hulman.
Nice about 14-yard run by Welshon's, the senior, the starter, the running back extraordinaire for the Engineers. We just don't talk enough about this young man. He has been so good for Rose-Hulman during his career. We talked about that earlier, playing behind Garrett White for a couple of years. Then last year and this year getting his time to shine, and really it shows what he can do in setting, getting on the top echelon of the Rose-Hulman rushing touchdown list.
And they're just running the clock out right now. You can just see them trying to churn as much yardage and as much time as they can as Welshon's running the ball. Picked up about 3. Mm-hmm. They'll say it's 2. It's 2nd and 8.
And you'll need to see that Mount St. Joe's was getting a little gassed. Just attrition was, you've been on the field for that long. Oh, they heard you. They gave him that extra yard. They put 7 up there. They put 7.
Push the button again.
Push the button again. Yeah.
Here we go. 2nd and 7. Well, my eyes are bad, but I thought I saw that one correctly.
Yeah, I did.
Again, Andrew Dion. Here comes Uri, and they'll run the Jets.
Nowhere to go, my friend.
Side. There's nothing there.
Nowhere to go there.
Well, if he'd have picked that, if he'd have pulled that one and taken the out that they traditionally run off of this one with Jalen Hobbs would have been wide open because he's 1-on-1. And that's not a bad thing to do, but that's a setup play. And problem is now it's 3rd and 12. The clock's running. We're at about 11 minutes when this one's going to be snapped.
Well, if you want to take a shot, you can. You got Hobbs near side.
Boom.
There it is.
Nope, he took the corner route.
The wind got it.
Yeah.
The wind just killed that one right there, Herb. We saw some punts that just died, some kicks that died, and that was just like that.
Sure.
Right into that wind, just straight down.
No, I hope they don't try to pooch punt this thing, because if they pooch punt it, it's going to go about 10 yards.
I know.
There's a huge wind coming right at their face, folks.
Oh, man.
And you can see the flag is blown almost straight out. And with that wind, it's just going to knock the football down. You can throw it, but 10 to 15 yards, and that's the other reason that Mount St. Joe, the defenders, have not been able to see where the ball is.
Old
Just makes it really difficult.
Got to give it all he's got right here.
He did.
Yeah.
He put it down inside the 10, and he caught it, and they wrapped him up at the 11. It'll be 1st and 10. Mount St. Joe when we return for more on Indiana Sports Network.
4 years ago, I drove my daughter to Riddell National Bank, where she opened her savings account. Today, she's still saving money. My relationship with Riddell is better than ever, too. No other bank focuses on relationships as much as they do. I can count on them for small business loans when I need them. Riddell National Bank helps small business owners and their families grow, both financially and personally. Riddell National Bank, making friends since 1885.
You're watching HCAC Championship Football on the Indiana Sports Network.
Okay, folks, when this whole thing cleared, Rose-Hulman has a first down inside there on the 27-yard line. The punt went off. He got a good yardage on it. We just kind of looked and followed down, and then there was a flag down next to the punter, and we're like, oh, probably running into the kicker because I really didn't see it. No, it's the personal foul variety. 15 yards, moves the sticks past the first down, and Rose-Hulman has a 1st and 10 at the 27, and this drive marches on. Potential Welchins, no, they run the quick stop route on the right side, and that is a really nice catch by Tice Salou, and he has a first down, and it's about the 12-yard line.
Well, you look at Tice Salou going 6'2", 210 pounds from Java, Virginia, and that's just a big target that you could throw on the outside. Not a whole lot of 6'2" DBs looking him down in the face.
The route was perfect.
Sure was.
That's the issue. When you have a perfect route, he was wide open because that route was stuck like it's supposed to be.
Got to reset the play clock here.
Yeah, they're going to reset it to 20.
The 40?
40?
Oh my gosh!
I don't think so. I think it's 35.
It should have been 25, shouldn't it?
Yeah, it should have been 25. And
let it run.
They're going to run.
If they're going to give you 40, let it run
down.
My goodness!
It'll go under 10 minutes now. So right now it hits 10 minutes. So 10 minutes left to go in the ball game. They have 20 seconds left. They're still going to wait on it.
I didn't know if they could wait that long. They're going to feel an antsy out there.
Oh yeah, they're going to wait on this one.
They should.
Down to 5. Down to 7. 6-5 on the play clock. They'll snap the football. Play action. He rolls out. Should have had the out. He just throws it out of bounds. That's a nice play.
Yeah, we was headed for Thomas. It was open in the end zone. Just couldn't quite, put the touch on it.
There's not enough room to stick that ball in there without getting it picked. And he potentially had the out at the lower level with Uri, but that wasn't going to work. So smart guy threw it away. That's why smart guys go to Rose-Hulman, right?
That's right.
That's what they always say here. Tough to get players in simply because of the academic requirements, and these guys practice. Maybe not as long as the other Division III players. I'm just telling you, I know that. They don't spend as much time on the field, But, boy, they do it on their own, and they really do a nice job. Draw to Ruperta. He's got a seam inside the 5, down to the 2.
Got it. Touchdown.
And they're going to say, touchdown, Rose-Hulman. Grant Ruperta takes that draw in, a sprint draw, and runs it into the end zone, and Rose-Hulman finds the end zone in the second half.
Just when that happens, here come the buses rolling around the corner. Literally, the buses are rolling around, getting in position. Oh, man.
That's not a good signal.
No, it's not a good signal. Good thing the players can't see that.
Yeah.
That's just ironic.
Yeah, okay. That's a good one. Kick is up. And it's good. 52 points on the board for Rose-Hulman. It's 52-21, and Rose-Hulman just put some icing on the cake here. Yeah. 9:30 left to go in the fourth period. We'll return for more on Indiana Sports Network.
At York Automotive, we're not number one, you are. With 5 locations, 8 brands, and over 700 vehicles in stock, we have the right vehicle for you. Lots of vehicles, lots of savings. Markdowns online and on the lot. Plus, we will buy your car even if you don't buy ours. Shop online at yorkautomotive.com. Stop by today and we'll show you why we're not number one, you are.
We're not number one.
You are.
You're number one at York.
You're watching HCAC Championship Football on the Indiana Sports Network.
52-21 is our score. Rose-Hulman with the lead. 9:30 left to go here in the fourth quarter. And again, they're looking for a shorter kickoff, and the reason why is because that headwind is coming right at the kicker.
Why is Mount Stand on the 10-yard line? I don't. No way it's going to get there, is it?
Well, you're going to have 2 guys deep in case something happens, in case they line drive it.
Put him at the 20.
He pounds it down there. And notice it died real quick.
Yeah.
Ball's 17. Caught at the 18 and rushed right up in there. That's a pretty good run back.
Sure
and
is.
Again, a nice job that time for Mount St. Joe's, number 4, and that's Devin Donnerworth, the defensive back from Lawrenceburg, Indiana. And he was able to get that one back up in good field position for Mount St. Joe. But again, they're finding themselves on the bottom side of a 31-point lead.
Not exactly where you want to be.
Nope, not at this point in the ball game. 9:25 left to go. 1st and 10, ball to 41. They're going to throw it down the middle. Tipped, yep, right at the line of scrimmage. And there he is, the big guy, number 99, and that's Bo Thomas with that tip. And Bo's had a good ball game, lots of pressure and good athletic plays up front. The front line for Rose-Hulman with Bo Thomas, Jonathan Anstedt, Pete Cross, Michael Stevens, and Kaiser Bowen. And when I say front line, that includes linebackers, because those guys, the linebackers rush as much as the linemen do. There's 3 guys right now on the front line, and they're bringing pressure all the time. Throwing a quick one, they've got a man, and he's open and caught the ball for about an 8-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 2.
That was an excellent recovery to make that reception, to be able to change his body alignment and go back to the sideline, make that grab to give him a 3rd and short.
So again, 3rd down and 2, under 9 minutes now to go in the ball game. 3rd down play, Josh Taylor at quarterback. Rose showing blitz, and they brought the house, and Taylor up the middle, and he picked up 1st down yardage, and Mount St. Joe will move the chains.
That's what they can do on that 3rd and 2, just like I thought they could have done on that 4th and 2, the same spot, incidentally, but it's neither here nor there. But, I mean, when you look at those 3rd and short situations, Taylor, boy, it's going to be fun to watch. Not fun when we play them, but I'm just saying, when they're playing everybody else, it'll be fun to watch his maturation over the next couple of years.
I thoroughly believe Mount St. Joe has opportunities to be at the top level of the conference in the next 2 years. Because Taylor's a prime example. Then they have guys like those guys right down the middle. That's a really nice catch. 15 on the catch. That's Jake Eiler, Jr. from Milford, Ohio, with a nice catch and reception. 1st down, Mount St. Joe at the 26.
How about the timing on that? It came out of his break, ball was in the air, just put it on him.
Nice throw, good reception. Under 8 minutes to go in the ball game. Taylor trying to keep this drive going for Mount St. Joe. Got a man down the middle again, and that one was tipped again.
Wow.
And he had him down the middle, and that's because Rose-Hulman's playing man-to-man coverage. You can go over the top on the outside, throw the back shoulder fade type route, or if you can slip inside the guy and turn his hips, and then you're going to have a yard or two advantage. And Rose-Hulman moving defensive lineman in and out. 92 comes into the ball game for Rose-Hulman. Excuse me, that's not 92. Again, Taylor. He'll go to throw.
Pressure.
And 50. Pressure, and he's got a open. Could be a pick. It is. Another turnover for Rose-Hulman. 24 on the reception for Rose-Hulman, and that's Richard Brown, the junior defensive back from Columbia, South Carolina, with that pick. And Rose-Hulman stops Mount St. Joe on another drive. Wow, what a big play for Rose-Hulman. 7:33 left to go in the ball game.
Third interception of the day, is that right?
Third interception, and that's a big one because Mount St. Joe had played pretty well there in the third quarter, actually outscoring Rose-Hulman. And Rose-Hulman needed an emotional boost here right at the end of the ball game to feel good about this one, and they got it from, again, Richard Brown, the junior, with that pick. And something happened there as well. We had...
Is there a flag?
Yeah, I think it's on the sideline.
Oh, really?
Yeah, unsportsmanlike. On the sideline.
On Mount?
Yeah, on Mount St. Joe. That'll mark
I thought you were saying on Rose sideline.
No. On Mount St. Joe.
Wow.
You could see it thrown right at the feet of one of the coaches, and they didn't get him once. They got him twice, and he may be gone.
Oh, boy.
That's how it works.
No frustration there.
A lot of frustration. Yeah. They wanted a pass interference on that one where the ball was thrown way over his head and picked off. But they're still talking it out.
Yeah, you're not going to win that one.
You're not going to win the argument, and you're definitely not going to win the war today either.
No.
7:33 left to go in the ball game. Rose-Hulman with the football at the 50-yard line. Run to the edge. Welshans with the run. Didn't gain it very much. Maybe they'll give him a yard on this one.
So Jonathan Finn, once again, we said his name several times here today. From Mount St. Joe's, had a great game out of Cincinnati, Ohio.
Ryan Schmidt, the junior from Katy, Texas, comes into the ball game to play wide receiver. You'll start seeing some rotations in there now. Dion still at quarterback. 7 minutes left to go in the ball game. And we'll see if they break the huddle very quickly, go up and run a quick play. 10 seconds on the play clock. He'll get it off right with about 3 seconds to go.
Bounces.
And Welchins makes the bounce out, makes the cut. He'll pick up about 7. And they'll make it 3rd and 3.
When you're Welchins, knowing who you are is so important as a human being. Welchins did not try to, he bounced it once. Did not try to bounce it that second time to get all the way to the sideline. He cut it up, knows who he is, knows the type of player he is.
Yep.
That doesn't mean he doesn't have speed. He just not going to get that second cut. Bounce it up, get those yards. He doesn't know who you are.
He doesn't have the angle on that defensive back, and he does have the ability to break a tackle, which he did, and picks up yardage. Again, Rose-Hulman running these way down. 3, 2, 1. The ball snapped right when they needed it, and Welchins up the middle with the first down.
Very nice.
That's about, they call it the 4-minute offense in the pros. And it's because if you're in the lead and you get the ball with 4 minutes left to go, you have to be able to run the clock out with 4 minutes left to go. And for Rose-Hulman, it's been this whole idea of running it down. Welchins comes out of the ball game, and in comes another senior for the day, Alonzo Johnson. And Alonzo has played 4 years here, all in a backup role, but he can run the football.
He can.
And in ball game, and he is short and stocky and physical, and he's from Greenwood, Indiana, this senior, and he's carried the ball and carried the load, and there he goes.
Look at him.
Here goes Alonzo with extra speed and power, and everybody on the sideline for Rose-Hulman loves that one because
That's fantastic.
they all love the young man.
That is fantastic. Alonzo Johnson has shown, I mean, in the spot duty that he's had over his career, he's shown that dude can ball.
Yeah, he can.
He's just so far on the depth chart. I mean, when you're playing behind such talent, it's hard to get on the field, but he's been a great contributor and practiced hard. And he's going to get he's going to get a part of this championship just like everybody else.
Well, and whenever we've seen him run the football in different roles, he has been a really solid back.
A wrecking ball.
He is. There he goes again. Boom, boom, right up the middle. 5 yards. 185 pounds. He looks like he's 230 because he's so short.
Yep.
And short's not a bad thing with running backs.
Mm-mm. So you're saying that should have been a running back?
That probably would have been it. Yeah. You and a running back.
Short and fat is not a good combination for a running back, though.
My son used to hang out with Mike Hart when he was doing some of his grad work at Eastern Michigan, and Mike, the tremendous running back for the University of Michigan, one of the best the Big Ten ever had.
Yes.
And I think Mike was about 5'6".
Yep.
I mean, they listed him
as
5'8".
5'8", 5'9", didn't they?
He wasn't. He was short. And those guys are really good because they're shifty and tough to see.
Man, he had tree trunks as legs, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. And speaking of tree trunks, there he goes, Alonzo inside.
Alonzo Tree Trunk Johnson. We just gave him a new nickname.
Yeah, I don't think he'd like that one.
Yeah, okay. All right,
it's 3rd and 4, and the clock is still running. We're under 4 minutes now. And again, we're in field goal range for sure if they wanted to attack another one on. 3:30 left to go in the ball game, and this is exactly the kind of second half that I envisioned Rose-Hulman wanting is what they've run in the fourth quarter. Yeah. Not so much in the third as, again, Mount St. Joe mounted 2 drives and put the ball in the end zone, but Rose-Hulman played mistake-free football except for one. And when I say that, on the punt where they caught it and it went off somebody. There goes Alonzo off the side. Does he have the first down?
Yes, I think he does.
Yes, he does. That's a first down.
Yep.
And you can see where the line judge parks it over the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for Rose-Hulman. The ball will be rest at the 10-yard line or right inside it. Where are they going? At the 10.
Yeah.
So 1st and goal from the 10, and Alonzo's still in there. Don't be surprised if he runs it another 3 times.
Yeah. Yep. I think he will.
And when we look at this one, again, Alonzo Johnson, really nice job running here, and the senior gets his kudos at the end. Will he get it in the end zone? I don't know, but he's running hard down to we'll say it's the 9-yard line. He picks up 1 more yard. 2:19 left to go, and the clock's still running.
It's just fantastic for these engineers and what they've been building with Coach Sokol over the years,
and wait, I was going to say he's looking for the Gatorade.
Yeah, he is.
They went after the Gatorade on the sideline. There's nothing in there. There's nothing. They already got rid of it.
You don't give Coach pneumonia before next week. You don't want to do that, do you?
You'll freeze him out. That's for sure. He'd probably take it on a day like today.
He will.
52-21. Rose-Hulman with the lead. Johnson with the right side.
He's in there.
He's in there. Touchdown, Rose-Hulman. Alonzo Johnson, the senior from Greenwood, Indiana, caps off his career with a touchdown in the HCAC Championship game for Rose-Hulman, and Alonzo scores. Coaches are going to run down, get ready for the celebration. That doesn't happen very often in college football either, by the way, where you know it's over and everybody just runs down and says, yeah, let's get this one going. So I saw one of the coaches. There's a second one running out of the coach's box. They're all excited, going to go down and celebrate this championship season for Rose-Hulman. 7-2 coming in. They'll be 8-2 when this one's over. It's blocked. Could be returned if he picks it up. He's going to try to do it, and it went into the end zone.
Yep.
Past the line of scrimmage. So 58-21 is our score. We'll take a break and be right back. You're watching HCAC Championship Football on Indiana Sports Network.
At H&R Block, tax time is our favorite time of year. It's when our tax pros get to do what they love the most, help people. By getting to know you, they make sure your return gets done right. It's not just numbers, boxes, and forms. It's personal care, so you get every credit and deduction you deserve. With an average of 10 years experience, our tax pros get your taxes done right. Just one of the many ways Block has your back.
This is Sue Goshen from your locally owned H&R Block in Brazil. Walk in, make an appointment, or drop off your documents, and we'll tackle your taxes while you're away.
You're watching HCAC Championship Football on the Indiana Sports Network.
Big day for us here on Indiana Sports Network. We have a ball game going to start with the women's opener for this year in basketball at 6 o'clock. So we'll end up tearing down here and heading right across the way and getting ready for basketball here as well. Kick goes short, up in, and he fumbles it. That's the problem with that one. And Mount St. Joe end up with a football to 29.
Yep.
First and 10. 1:37 left to go, and we'll see how quickly this one gets over. And when I say that, it's not a bad thing. But Rose-Hulman has done a really nice job in running the clock in the second half, trying to get things ready to go. And again, Coach Jeff Sokol will pick up his first undisputed conference championship in HCAC play. They'll run the football up the middle. McKenzie will take it to the outside. He'll pick up 8. The clock will stop.
I think that was actually a different running back there, I believe. I think that was Ari Turner.
Was it Turner? 21.
Yeah, it was 21.
Yep. Ari Turner, freshman running back from Cincinnati on the carry. I hit, again.
You saw the one. We just assumed that it was, I get you. I was like, he's smaller, a lot smaller than.
Different quarterback in, too. So the second team offense is in as well. And that quarterback is number 3 for Mount St. Joe, as they'll get Tyler Prather, a quarterback from Cincinnati as well, into the ball game. 1:10 left to go in the ball game. And Rose-Hulman will find themselves in the NCAA playoffs.
How about
for
that?
Division III. We'll find out what happens with that later on. Really not too much chance of hosting anything, as they'll be one of the not top-tier teams, but one of the bottom tier. And because of that, they'll be on the road, most likely, in what's going to happen, but you never know. So with the opportunity to play in the NCAA tournament, such teams as in the Midwest where the power has been located. It hasn't been the teams on the coast or anywhere that way. 23 seconds left to go, and Mount St. Joe will run one more play.
They found some Gatorade. Oh, boy.
And here it comes.
Fun. Oh, he's set up. They got him teed up perfectly, too.
And
hurry up, boys.
The run, does he get the first down? They're going to give him the first down, and that means it's immediately going to, they gave him the first down.
You got to hurry up with the Gatorade, boys. He's been over. You got to get him now.
If they're going to get him, they better get him now.
What are you doing?
A little bit too much fun.
Yeah,
the clock's going to run here.
long.
They've got an injury timeout as well, and we'll have to take one as well. You're watching HCAC Championship Football on Indiana Sports Network.
It's a Union Health Center for Sports Medicine injury timeout. The Wabash Valley's biggest and best sports medicine team now offers a Saturday morning walk-in injury clinic every Saturday morning in September and October from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. at the Union Health Bone and Joint Center, 1725 North 5th Street in Terre Haute. Union Medical Group sports medicine doctors Eric Pickrell, MD, and Andy McDonald, MD, will be on hand to evaluate and treat minor injuries, including sprains and strains, suspected concussions, and more. Let the Wabash Valley sports medicine experts help get you back in the game.
You're watching HCAC Championship Football on the Indiana Sports Network.
It's a Union Health Center for Sports Medicine injury timeout. With more than 24 certified athletic trainers, highly trained sports physicians, and top Union Medical Group orthopedic surgeons, Union Health Center for Sports Medicine has the team that can take care of you. Union Health Center for Sports Medicine experts care for more than 4,500 high school athletes at 13 high schools in Indiana and Illinois. From the serious athlete to the weekend warrior, our team can get you back in the game. Union Health Center for Sports Medicine. Find us in the Union Medical Group Bone and Joint Center at 1725 North 5th Street in Terre Haute. Now featuring same-day care and a Saturday walk-in clinic. Call 812-242-3005.
All right, that's good sound. Good sound there.
It is a good sound. As one of the Mount St. Joe players, and you can see it's an injury where he cannot walk. They're going to carry him off the field to get this one going, and that'll be the end of the ball game. They're going to wind the clock down, and that is it. Rose-Hulman wins the 2021 HCAC Championship, and the Gatorade bath was timed perfectly right after it happened. And Noah Thomas with that one. Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. Out comes the crowd, and they'll get ready for this one. You'll watch these guys come back, and they'll do the school fight song, and I guarantee you everybody will be involved. Parents are excited on this one. Saw a lot of parents here.
Students are out there.
Different ones talking to me on the way right before the ball game. So excited for this group of young men. We've gone through COVID. They had the shortened season last year where they had to play spring ball, and it just wasn't like normal. And this was a normal season, but it was an extraordinary season for Rose-Hulman football. They go undefeated in conference play, 7-0 in the HCAC. They lost 2 ball games early in the year to really good teams, which will hurt their ranking as far as the tournament, but it didn't hurt their emotion as they went through this ball game, winning it in convincing fashion, 58-21. It was the Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers with the championship of the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference, and you can see all kinds of things going on the field that are all good. Everybody getting hugs and I almost say hugs and kisses because that's what it feels right now, man.
Yeah.
They're loving this, and they're getting ready for the fight song here. Getting ready for this one. And here comes Captain Riley Roberts out in front. Captain for Rose-Hulman, number 3, that's Brett Tuttle. And we'll see if we can get one of the other guys up there, and they'll get ready for the fight song. This is tradition for Rose-Hulman, and then there comes Shane Welshins, the 3rd captain. He'll stand up there as well. You can see Amonqua coming in the back and just jumping up and down. These guys are so excited. Records broken. You know, you can throw the records right out right now because none of those matter. This group of guys wins the HCAC because they fought together as a team, came together as one unit, and had an outstanding year. Rose-Hulman, the 2021 Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference champions as they blow out the Mount St. Joe Lions 58-21 in a must-win conference championship game. We'll find out who they play. More than likely, I believe it's tomorrow. The draw will come out as to where they will go to play their first round game. Like I said, I anticipate them being on the road. But at the same time, they're in. You win and you're in, and that's right. What they want to do. It's not like you play your rival at the end, but it's still very sweet to win this one. And I'm telling you what, we're going to wrap this one up today. We've got another ball game. If you tune back in, Rose-Hulman's women's basketball team will be on the air at approximately 5:45 with the tip-off for the women's season as they'll take on Berea. And the Mountaineers will come in, and we'll see what Rose-Hulman's ladies look like this year as they take on Berea in their opening ball game. Again, Rose-Hulman football wins the HCAC Championship 58-21 with their win over Mount St. Joe. For my partner, Walt Gordon, I'm Herb King. We'll say so long, and we'll see you in just a few minutes over as Rose-Hulman women take on Berea.
You're watching HCAC Championship Football on the Indiana Sports Network.
This program is a copyrighted production of Indiana Sports Network and cannot be shown, reproduced, or redistributed in any way or in any form without prior written permission from Indiana Sports Network.